Very good. We are here. We are unmuted, and we're live on the internet. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Against the Tides, a homebrew campaign set in the continent of Wildemount in the world of Exandria. I'm joined today in every session by a wonderful group of players. I would also like to point out the fun intro video that just played was made by our very own Bright Dystopia. So thank you, Bright, for contributing greatly. You're brand new here and we love you already. I mean, we've loved you before. Anyway, we're going to kick it off with a round of introductions, starting with Sarah.
Hi, hello. I am host Sarah Franco, and I play Kelby Sparkspinner, the Forest Gnome Druid Bard. And I am going to Hadouken it down to Chum.
Hi, I am Chum. I go by Chum Nation, and I am playing. Oh, who am I playing? Anders Oberon. He's a human, also a soul knife rogue and shadow monk. That's a mouthful. Think I got you beat there, Forest Gnome Druid Bard. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna add more. Just you wait.
All right, Tyron, over to you.
It's going to be a challenge to see who has the longest title by the end of the
That's
campaign.
right.
That's it.
I am Tyrant, and I'm playing Mr. with Iron Fist, the Dwarf Paladin. Pass it on over to Saint.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat of that short title. Hi, I'm DMS Saint. I play Turley, the Life Cleric Turtle. Ash?
Hey, no, we're going to push
Bright.
it on over to Bright.
Or Bright. I'm in.
It's okay.
It's the first time we're actually tossing it to Bright. I apologize.
habits.
No, you're good. We went
Old
backwards
habits die
last time.
hard. It's fine.
Totally good. We love you, buddy. It's okay. No.
Exhausted.
Oh, you're fine.
Hello.
Don't worry.
Am Bright. And I am your magic man extraordinaire, your tiefling sorcerer warlock. And now, Ash. Sorry for the delay. I know Saint's real
okay.
excited to get to your intro.
It's okay. It's going to be pretty quick. Hey, I'm Ash, or Ash and Rabbit here on Twitch and all over the internet. I am the GM for this campaign, which really just means guiding these lovelies throughout the world of Exandria. It's very fun. You should try it sometime. Recap time. Last we left off, our party holed up in an abandoned farmhouse to finally get some well-deserved rest. Questions and queries lingered in their minds as they easily found sleep, some even sleeping a bit too much. Regardless, they rejoined in step on their way to Eurosa and eventually found themselves in the desolate, ramshackle town in need of resupply and aid in travel. Not too soon after crossing into the roughshod town did they find a tiefling, one Poignet du Monde, fighting and quickly vanishing from sight of a nearby tavern. After being led to a nearby watering hole, Poignet reveals they are simply trying to get out of Eurosa and the hell they found themselves in. The party quickly accepts them into their ranks, as they were merely here for a pit stop, meaning it convenient to pick them up. One convincing argument and an impromptu performance later, the group find their rooms and rest once more. The next day is filled with shopping or shoplifting the materials and goods needed for the remainder of their travel. Kelby even convinces a pair of dwarves that her measly dagger is worth far more than it appears, bartering travel all the way to Copia Lake on this soul exchange. Their travel accommodated and everyone secure in their provisions, they set off on the road once more, back down Pride's Walk Road and off towards the Copia River to further their travels towards their destination. Players, you're in a cart with Illyry Jillhop, the dwarf you've bartered travel with. Hot cocoa has been passed around, the snowy scene before you biting at your faces as the chill of the wind hits you at this elevated height, while the warmth of the drink in your hands provides an anchor to this current moment. Illyry would have mentioned you have 2 days of travel ahead of you before you reach your first stop on this leg of the journey. Since this has basically been travel, stop, hang out, and travel for months at this point, we can expedite this if you would like. It is up to you.
Before we do that, GM, can I just get the spelling on that dwarf's name, please?
Yes. Ilery is Ilery.
I was so close.
What did you have? I want to know.
Iliry.
Ah, yes. Close. And then Jillhop is almost exactly like it sounds. It's Jilhop.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So to set the stage here, you guys are kind of packed into this cart here, all very close proximity to one another as Ilery guides the horses down this road. You're traveling back the same way that you came and just taking a fork in the road to continue west instead of back south towards the ruins of Shattengrad. It's still winter. It's snowing. There is a bit of light cover over the caravan here, but it's not very much to cover you from the elements itself. So huddle up as you wish to try and stay warm during this travel here. You can have any conversations that you would like, either with yourselves or with Ilery if you'd like. You do have a new friend to get to know. Otherwise, you guys are just on your way to the first stop, which Ilery would have chimed in, maybe about an hour into travel. So we're trying to get to Twill Hills Ford Station. That's the location near the river where we can ford and get all the way down to Copia Lake around there. 2 days travel. Tuck her on in, and then he just focus on traveling.
Hey, can I ask a question about that station?
What do you need to know?
How will we know when we get there?
I mean,
I'm just curious.
It'll be obvious.
Will we see two hills?
Yes, in fact, it is named after the two hills that it is set right between. It's not very innovative. It's just kind of a name that someone had to come up with because just saying the Ford Station meant there's several around here in the Zemni Fields. Gotta name it something.
All right, so I got two questions now. First of all,
yes.
Can you say that word again?
Which one? There were a lot of words in that sentence and statement.
The one that means that it's like a new thing, like it's like progressive, maybe.
Are you trying to make fun of my accent there, Sonny?
Not even a little bit.
Okay, innovative. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we're gonna move past that.
All right.
My second question is the Ford built tough?
I would like to think that it would, but you're gonna have to be the judge of that once we arrive. I haven't been there in a long time. Most that I can remember, it's held together with a couple nails and a dream. So it's gonna be fun there. Enjoy your travels, and he just kind of like huddles his hood around him and then just focuses on leading the horses.
Yeah, we went from joking around to really concerned in about 6.2 seconds. Okay.
Wouldn't worry too much, Turley. Once we get there, I'm sure we can fix anything up. Shipshape?
Yeah, I'm just worried that I'm gonna have to float my happy ass across the river and get my new parka. I'm sorry. My horse's blanket wet.
Turley, it made sense at the time, and I thought you would really like the color.
Yes, it made sense at the time.
Wasn't a joke at all, really?
No, of course not.
Wasn't to get us back for all the stuff we pulled on you two?
No, it definitely wasn't trying to put a little giddy up in your step. Not at all.
Yeah, Anders is behind you right now, like completely selling you up the river.
He would never.
He's literally doing it right now.
No.
I would never.
I cast Zone of Truth on Anders. Say that again.
Say what again?
Say that you would never sell Kelby up the river, and
I would never sell Kelby up the river.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You're working loopholes now.
Perhaps.
I dropped some of the truth. I dropped some of the truth.
What is we've made some modifications to everybody's traveling gear and style. What is everybody wearing in these cold times?
I'm wearing a blanket.
Hell yeah, a vibe.
I feel like Anders would have bought like clothes that are just bigger than his normal clothes, and he's just wearing them over them, but his cloak is still on the outside. He kind of looks puffy.
On you, it's probably be just wearing the same thing, but we'll have several cloaks of various sizes that do not look tailored to his size. Kind of wrapped around him in like one around his leg, one around his shoulders, one around his arms, and one tied around his midsection like a 90s flannel.
Kelby looks adorable. Kelby is in... She's in a coat that probably is too big for her, but was able to take a belt and has tied it around her waist so it looks like a little parka. It would be lined with like gray rabbit fur, like up around the edges that poke out, and it would be a deep but worn blue color, like on the outside. It has pockets, one with a really big hole in it. And Kelby would be like, if we're in the cart and Marcel is there, Kelby would be trying to like coax Marcel into the pocket. She would have gray mittens that she is constantly like taking off and putting back on and taking off. It's clear that she like knows she needs to keep her hands warm, but it gets in the way of her fidgeting, so she doesn't like it. And she'd have a big like hat with flaps that fold over her ears and tie underneath, but she'd leave the straps untied, and she'd also have like a scarf. So she's fully bundled, and everything's just a little bit oversized, but she's managed. It's almost like she's used to it. Yes, exactly, Kai. She's got exactly something like that.
Elby's from the cast of Canadian Bacon? I'm confused.
Correct. Take off your hoser. But she looks. Oh, and finally, she does have cute little winter boots. They are clearly children's boots that needed to fit her. They'd be a soft tan color, and she would have like spent a little bit of time trying to sew a really sloppy CS into the sides of them. It looks as if a child had done it.
Amazing. I think Mistwin has just donned his nifty cold weather traveling cap, similar to Kelby's, and it's probably staying close to the interior of the group because he doesn't like the wind. So he's just huddling down, probably hiding behind Turley quite a bit.
Are you looking at my ass?
No, not intentionally. Do you want me to look at your ass?
I mean, it's under my shell. It might be a little difficult.
What's wrong with your ass?
I have a rash. Can you take a look at it and tell me if it's something I should be concerned about?
No.
What kind of fucking friend are you? Fine.
I'm not proficient in medicine. I mean, Turley, I can.
Says out loud.
Yeah. Turley, I can take a look, but I mean, are you seriously concerned, or are you just pulling my leg here?
Have you met me before?
Right. You just you tend to keep your serious concerns to yourself, so I should probably
Stop looking at my ass.
All right,
Okay.
just completely turn around. What's the countryside look like, DM?
It looks fairly similar to how it was when you first were on this road on your way up here. Some of it, the first couple hours of travel, it definitely looks different than you remember it, but that was mostly because you guys were running. And didn't really have the chance to stop and smell the non-existent flowers. It's kind of a barren, all white landscape, just everything covered in very heavy snow. You might see a few farmhouses here and there, kind of off in the distance, but it is currently snowing as well, so it is kind of hard to see much further than maybe a couple 100 yards.
As we're traveling, Kelby's kind of watching the landscape and her mind kind of getting lost in thought. And she'll suddenly kind of tilt her head to the side and turn to the new party member. Where are you from? Exactly.
The depths of ale.
The depths of hell?
Oui.
I don't know where is that? I don't know where that is.
Well, you could dig a few thousand feet down and stay there and die there. And perhaps you would end up there. You could throw a baby off a cliff and jump after it. You would most likely end up there. You could curse a deity that is particularly petty or vengeful.
This is really weird. Like, you can't get there, like, and she kind of, like, taps her hand on the bottom of the cart. Like, in a cart, or by a boat, or just walking?
No.
Seems a little elaborate.
Oui, it is a place not easily reached by foot, or I would have walked there by now.
Is it nice there?
It is warmer.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I asked if it was nice there. I mean, he wants to go back, right?
I heard warmer, though.
He's much warmer. And Mon Patron is there.
I mean, Kelby, remember, it is all about perspective. So, it is his home. He wants to return, but you or I may not think it's very nice there.
I suppose. It's like that one city where we went, where there were the fancy people, and they wouldn't let us in. What was that place called again? There was the guard and the gate. And they kept everybody out. Unless you were really, like, important.
I'm completely blanking.
In
I believe that was Zadash.
Zadash, yes.
Is hell like Zadash?
Do not know this. Zadash. Could not say for certain. But if they did not welcome you, it does not seem equivalent. The Elves accepts everyone. In fact, they go out of their way to seek newcomers. I was once a recruiter of sorts.
Oh. For like what? For like gigs?
More like a travel agent.
A travel agent?
Oui. I made sure you had a ticket.
This place sounds complicated. Is where you guys from? Is it this complicated? Turley, Mistrin? Anders?
No, we just we just kind of hang out.
Remind me again where you're from, Turley?
It's like a swamp area ish, forest kind of thing.
Not like a city or a town?
No, we lived out. We don't live in a place like that. Not any place you would know.
Hmm. Do you miss it?
No, not at all.
And Mistrin, you live in the mountains, right? In some like fancy dwarven place where fancy things happen.
I don't know what it's like now. It's been some time, but there are a few ways to get there. We will be taking the tunnels that go underneath the mountain that connect. But
What's the name of it again?
That's a great question. Stone Garden. Stone Garden. But if you're traveling above land and you're crossing the mountaintop, we do have a keep near the, well, not near the summit of the mountain, but it's kind of, it's up there a little bit. Kind of a waypoint for people that are dumb enough to try to cross the mountains or for outlying villages and such. But after that, you can just kind of go down into the city if you'd like.
Do you need travel agents?
No.
Just
But
in
it's-
case Pointy can't make it home, you know?
I will say it's not necessarily the safest to get to either way. Going through the tunnels or going above land. I mean, above land you have the natural predators of the mountains and forest and the weather, and underground you have possibility for cave-ins and other predators.
And you, Anders?
I come from a very small village north of the capital city of Brexentrum. You would not have heard of it. It is very plain.
Well, I mean, that's not really saying much. I haven't heard of most places, it turns out. But what's the name of yours? So then I will know. And I can be one of those people that knows. Kelby kind of puffs up with self-important.
I don't like to talk about it. It was destroyed in a giant raid. It does not exist anymore.
I'm sorry, Anders. I didn't mean to Well, I mean, I did kind of mean to pry, but I didn't mean to make you feel bad.
It is all right. It happened. It's in the past.
And what about you, mon petit m'imagine? What very sheltered hole did you crawl out from under?
Well, it wasn't really a hole, first of all. That was just for like a couple of nights, okay? So we don't need to get into it. I'm like Turley. I'm from a forest. I just lived there with my family. We didn't really have any use for towns or villages or anything like that. It was just like, this is where your family lived. And kind of worked like that. I never really learned the name of the forest that I'm from. It just didn't really seem all that important since I don't plan on going back there ever. So. That's all. I don't think there's travel agents there, though, so, you know, you're probably fine.
Is this something you all share in common, that you do not wish to return to your homes? Are your homes so terrible that you will not?
I'm gonna need a more precise definition of home.
The place where you have longest parked ton cool.
So place is what you meant. Yeah, no, I don't care to return there.
I do want to go home. Just not yet. I made myself a promise. And I'm afraid I'm gonna have to break it. But I just kind of wish that I didn't have to, you know?
Pourquoi? Longest game of hide and seek?
No. I promised myself that I would never have to go back there. That I wouldn't go back there until I could prove myself and prove them all wrong. After I had become the greatest performer in the world, then I could go home and I could show them that I'm not what they think I am. And what I do is special. You know? I think everybody wants to show their families that they're special, right?
Yeah, Kelby, I don't think you're gonna break that promise.
You're just saying that, Turley.
No,
I mean,
he isn't.
yeah, I'm not.
Why did you not simply seek out the best performer in the world and cut his throat and take his identity?
And that's a valid question, Kelby.
I mean, that's one way to go about it, but I always felt that, you know, blood just really doesn't come out of your costume so great, and you guys really think that?
Of course. I have seen more determination in you, Kelby, than most people I have met. I am confident you will succeed.
Kelby kind of takes her mittens and starts to wipe at her face. And you'll see that she has started to cry.
Sorry, it's just that cold wind, it's on your eyeballs. It's just directly in there. It just kind of burns. It's kind of weird, right? It's so cold and yet it burns. I've only ever had one other person be proud of me before. Thank you.
Of course.
Kelby's gonna look at Poigny.
I'm from the Lush Gut Forest.
That is very interesting.
Yeah. I lied earlier because I didn't want to tell you, but now it kind of feels like if I don't tell you and we get there, then I'm gonna kind of look like an asshole. And after all those nice things, I just don't feel like that would be right. So the other option was to cut off Anders' head so he could, stop making me feel like this. But that seems counterproductive.
And also, it would be very difficult.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just can't. I can't let go of the fact that somebody as foul-mouthed as you is worried about being seen as an asshole.
Well, it's different when it's in good humor, right? It's a little charming, isn't it?
Yeah.
Only when you do it, yes.
Yeah, not when I tried. It doesn't work very well for me.
Well, have you
You
tried,
did threat.
really leaning in?
No, I tend to fall down when I do that.
It is all about the commitment, Turley. You really have to commit to it.
Yeah, I don't think I have that bone in my body.
No, I don't think I do either.
What a commitment.
To that particular commitment.
I think we're all very committed folk. So just wanted to make sure he wasn't, self-deprecating or anything like that.
No, listen. I know I need to be committed. You don't have to remind me.
Not until we're done here. I think we've still got a long way ahead of us.
To answer your question, Poignet, my place is in the world. My place is serving my order, and my home is where I am. Right now, my home is with all of you. So I have no need to return to my home. I am at home.
Oh, Anders!
Kelby is gonna launch herself across the cart and nuzzle down into Anders.
All right.
That's the
All right.
Ponyo, you see what you did, you son of a bitch.
I do not take
It's-
responsibility for that.
You said that we're home. Does that mean we're seen as friends and stuff?
She's gonna be like this for the next 4 miles.
Kelby, please. Yes. We have been through so much together. How could you not?
I know I feel like it, but it's nice that it's at the table. I just love you guys.
She
I would
turns
like-
around.
To quietly cast thaumaturgy so that the sound of her voice sounds further and further, further away.
Oh, that's so much better. Thank you.
Unfortunately, Boigny, to answer your question as well, going back home has some complications. So it's not necessarily that I wouldn't like to go home, but it's going to be odd.
There, you see? Everyone is, how you say, complicated. Mine seems fairly easy by comparison, but it's a matter of opinion.
I mean, have you ever met anybody who wasn't complicated?
Oui. The illusions back in the town. Simple idiots, all of them.
Did you really get to know them?
Paper
though?
dolls. No, they are simple. Why bother to get to know them when they are immaterial? Paper dolls, straw men.
All right. Hey, Kelby,
Yeah.
unbury your face from Anders' leg.
Yeah.
I have a new vocabulary word for you today. It's nihilism.
Not nihilism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll talk about. Can I use it in a sense?
Yeah.
Poigny is very well versed in nihilism.
Is it like a language?
Yeah, something like that.
I believe it means the fear of long rivers.
That flow backwards. Nope. Yep, that's right.
Oh, well, that's going to be a problem, Poigny, because there's a lot of rivers that we're going to actually cross one. I don't know how long it is, though. I bet we can find out.
But no, it's only the ones that flow backwards, opposite the way that every other river does. There's only a couple rivers in the world that flow the opposite direction.
Oh, so he doesn't really have that much to be afraid about.
No.
But also, I would be concerned about his lack of interest in the world and seeing how everything is pointless. That seems like a bigger deal than being afraid of big water that runs backwards. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Poigny, I would. You know what's interesting is there's obviously differences between all of us, but
You don't say.
it would seem odd that you would be the one that would want to return home the most out of all of us.
But of course, this place reeks of wet grass and body odor. I miss? Perhaps this is not the right words. I yearn to be amongst the fumes of sulfur and boiling rivers of lava that I once knew.
Maybe you should look at Turley's ass.
There is
something boiling in there if you want to take a peek.
Kelby has reburied her face in Anders' cloak and her shoulders are heaving.
There are only so many ways to sit comfortably in this cart. And with his cool being the size it is, there is not many ways I could face to not see his grand cool.
I can make it easier to get a better peek if you want.
Do not bother yourself. Stay comfortable under your horse blanket.
How do you know that? Okay, see, now we're just throwing punches. All right.
Pani stifles a smirk.
Question. The horses that are pulling us right now, Mishman's just gonna look up ahead of us. Are they wearing the same horse blanket?
They are indeed. The one that Turley has is a different color and different embellishments, but it looks to be the same material and maybe the same placements for said embellishments, so yep.
Is it at least not as nice?
Theirs are actually nicer. They're more plush, The embellishment looks to be like custom embroidered, and they have multiple blankets each.
But tell Lee, where is your embroidery? Did you not get it in stenciled for your...
Listen, that would have taken a week to do, all right? I did the best with what I could in the time allotted. All
There's
right?
like
Do, and
simple
there's-
silver threaded filigree on like some of the corners. And then on one specific corner is like the main embellishment and the main embroidery, which is like a little clown dancing.
This will not do. Anders, this is your no? You must treat it as such.
I treated it as I was treated.
Hey, Mistwind, I can't tell. Are they talking about my ass?
It's tangential.
Okay.
For sure.
All right.
Perhaps we should workshop some of the logos you would be embroidering onto Montortue's blanket. Perhaps this, and he'll cast Prestidigitation to make like a few different symbols appear. The first one being like a turtle's head with a party hat and a clown nose. Yes. This seems in line with the others, pulling the cart. That way, when you inevitably put him in front of the cart to pull it himself, he will not feel out of place. He will not have to he will not have to argue with the other horses who is more loved.
Well, that's not.
Well, I kind of like that. I kind of like that one. It's not that bad. And Turley looks at your embroidered like CS and says, "You could make that. You could put that on my blanket, couldn't you?"
Do you have a surname?
I do. It would be RTR.
It adjusts to have like a little calligraphy.
Yeah.
TS.
I mean, I like the one that Kelby put on their stuff. You could do that for mine, right?
He waves his hand again, and the calligraphy TR turns into like a child's stencil of TR, like this.
No. The way it was before.
Like this.
Yeah.
One,
You want me to? You want? You
A
want me to
or B.
to do that?
Yeah, I think you did a really good job with yours, and I'd like you to do it on my blanket.
Truly, this looks like shit.
Oh, it doesn't?
You did not have a stencil before. I have put the groundwork in for you.
And you would think I would be better at it, considering how much time I spent with my mom trying to figure out how to do stitching for different cloaks and covers and whatnot. But it just never really stuck. I could do like what I've done with my little flag,
which she does still have on her backpack.
Hey,
And
I was being serious, Kelby. I like what you did. I'd like you to do it on my blanket if you could.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Do you wanna just
where do you want it? And Kelby will kind of clamber up and reach in and pull out her like very minuscule sewing kit out of her pack and try to sit next to Turley, and work out like where he wants his initials.
Yeah, I mean, Juanyi's the stylish one. He can help you. They can help you. Is it he or they? Is they? It? I don't. They.
Eat them.
It them. Eat them. I mean, you're from hell, right? I don't want you to eat anybody. Anyway, you can ask him where it would look good. It's his design.
Okay, and remind me again, it's a clown.
It's a turtle head with a party hat and a clown nose.
Okay.
With the letters TR in calligraphy underneath.
I'm not taking this fucking blanket off, though. You're gonna sew it with it on me.
Well, yeah, I wasn't gonna ask you to take it off, of course not.
Yeah,
And
if you
before you
want to
start
put,
sewing, Poigne will like really quickly like add like a bow tie.
Kelby's gonna.
This is gonna take a long time. But I can try to get started now, I guess.
do we have any other goddamn thing to do?
No, I guess not.
And Kelby's going to situate herself on a box of supplies behind Turley, so on the back of his horse blanket, kind of following, like, tongue out, like, really focused, trying her hardest, is going to start the process of stitching this emblem on Turley's blanket.
How good does it turn out?
It's gonna take a while, bud. It's gonna take a long while. Your girl is slow. Like, it's gonna like
no.
2 days to the place. She's maybe like gone around the circumference of the turtle head. Maybe.
Okay.
We're talking, this will take Kelby months. This will take Kelby a really long time.
It'll be done by the time it stops snowing.
We will be returned home with the magical item that we had sent out to get before
Voila.
Kelby finishes this task. She has little dexterous no fingers and 0 interest or ability in this particular task.
It is in the middle of summer. Here's your winter coat, Turley.
Kelby
gonna
can
be-
write 50 sonnets in the amount of time it's going to take her to get this clown turtle sorted.
This absolutely better come up in the campaign finale. That's all I'm saying.
For sure.
It's gonna be in the reunion like 10 years from now. Like, hey,
Yeah.
remember that blanket?
Yes.
Well, suppose there's not to do until we get to the river. So, Anders, you want to play some cards?
Sure.
All right.
Can you guys bet on anything?
Anders, do you want to bet on the cards?
I would like to see the deck of cards, please. First.
Sure. Produces a deck of cards. It's, you know.
I
you
would
can
like
actually
to
you can
inspect
see.
the cards to see if they're marked.
Go ahead. Roll a d20 or just roll investigation, I guess.
18.
18. You actually see they're not marked at all, but they are kind of a vanity deck, and you can see on the outside of the card, it says, "Thank you for visiting Palma Flora," and it's got
Jesus.
it's got some like floral design on it all throughout the deck, but they're standard.
Okay. Sure, we can make a friendly wager.
Cool. You just want to roll a d20 and see who wins.
I have faith in you, Anders, and I cast guidance.
Oh. Okay.
I would like to do it sneaky so that Miss One does not see.
Sleight of hand, please.
There.
Sleight of hand. That's a
Wait.
+0
Sleight
16.
of hand?
for me.
For him to cast guidance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he's doing it sneaky like.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
sleight of hand.
No, 16 for sleight of hand.
Okay.
Oh, I guess my
What game are you playing?
my pass rollies.
No, but
Game.
like
Yeah.
what card game are you playing?
Rollies. I don't know. Unless someone has an actual card game. Like I know a few.
It's just
But-
high card draw.
Garbage. You're playing garbage.
We're playing War.
Yeah, we're just playing
Hell
war.
yeah, bud.
Hey, have you ever heard about Exandrian rat screw?
Yes.
Let me put my rings on. Let's play.
Yeah, I don't.
To be
see-
clear, that excitement was Kelby in character.
I don't see the guidance, so that's fine.
Tight.
But
All right.
but I have proficiency in playing card set. Does that mean I get to add my proficiency bonus?
You do.
Mm.
Oh shit! Sweet.
All right, here we go. If
Can
you
I
lose,
use my free
you suck.
subtle cast, actually?
What are you doing?
You gave me earlier one free use of the meta magic feat subtle cast.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to use that in amusement to cast prestidigitation without being noticed to turn. They're playing war. I'm going to turn all of Anders' cards into kings as he sets them down.
Amazing.
Well, I guess that means I get to roll with advantage, which is good because I rolled a nat 1
Oh boy.
on the first roll. That's much better.
Yeah, the prestidigitation just immediately takes hold, and you're just like, oh, a king. Another king.
I got a 17.
I got a 17.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a war. It's a war.
More. Nothing.
He turns over a king also. Oh, man. That's a 9.
With advantage still? Your whole
Oh,
thing
yeah,
is
that's right.
kings.
Hold
yeah,
on,
your
hold
whole
on, hold
deck
on.
is kings. By the time you
That's
put down
another
your 12th one,
16. 16.
12. God damn it.
You get a queen. You're like, fuck.
Ah! You got me this time, Anders. But I'll keep this in mind.
Yes.
how many
Keep-
kings are in a
keep-
deck? That's amazing.
Keep working on your drawing skills.
You can add like
Oh, we're playing for like a silver or something like that. You know.
oh okay. I was gonna say like 25 gold, but that's fine.
Oh my
Jesus,
God.
no. Friendly
Hey, big
wager. Friendly
spender.
wager.
I'll remove a silver.
Lodging for 6 months, my God.
I know. Buy a small apartment.
Yeah, right? Shit. Well, while Anders and Mistwin duel it out with a card game of war, little known to Kelby that her other compatriots are having a hand in whoever's success it is. The rest of the day is mostly just light banter. Illyri will chime in. You guys will stop for your breaks. Have meals by the roadside. Illyri will mention during one of your breaks, probably during your, what is it, like your dinner break, that he's not lighting a fire, and for good reason. You would have seen on your travels snow-covered lands, farmhouses off in the distance, snow very heavily falling. But you would very, very easily see in the distance and close to the road slow glowing like balls of light flittering off in the distance and close by.
Kelby is honed in on them. As like, you know, we are passing through the evening, she will, it like, even if she's like pulled into brief conversation, it's almost like anytime she's like, there's like a moment of quiet, her eyes will just automatically drift out to these orbs, and her little brow will be furrowed as she like watches them, occasionally tilting her head to the side, and lost in thought.
Paying attention to these, you would essentially be honed in on their activity, seeing them just kind of bounding up and down the roadway, moving away for the cart itself. It seems that the smaller clusters of them tend to shy away from any interaction with anything that's living. And there's the larger ones that are further off in the distance and much brighter than the small clusters of these little fireflies that glow brightly, and for a moment you have a hard time distinguishing between the howl of the wind and maybe something that they're making. Maybe some sort of sound that they're projecting your way. It's hard to tell. But travel for the remainder of the day passes with no real fanfare, just keeping company with yourselves and Illyri. And during your evening haul down the road, Illyri is very adamant about reaching a certain spot and not breaking until then. It's fairly late at night by the time you guys arrive. It's a small outcropping off the beaten path where you're able to kind of hole up against the side of a hill. There's large trees that are looming over, providing a bit of a canopy for you all. And then, of course, the hillside itself feels a little bit more warm as the wind is being blocked from the other side, from both the hill and the trees. And there's not as much snow underneath the canopy as well. Is there anything that you guys would like to do this evening?
Have we stopped here at this canopy that you're describing, or is it just kind of like the long-running tree line?
So you guys have stopped several times along your travel in the cart thus far to let the horses take a rest, for you guys to eat without being bound in the cart the whole time, to give Illyri a break. This is your first true stop for your travels along this road, where the horses are now resting entirely. Illyri has hitched a tent next to the hill near some kind of roots that are coming out of the hill. Seems like that's kind of his spot, and you can kind of see the dirt packed very cleanly in that area, as if he's been there before. But yeah, this is your rest for the evening.
I think Huan Yi is probably going to set up a bunch of like hedge-lined torches, and as he places them, they're just going to kind of self-light as he prestidigitates them.
Okay.
And then he's going to like eyeball the campfire and like kick very nudgingly, like boot one of the pieces of wood, and like as the wood pieces kind of come up, they'll like light up on fire. He'll nod with self-satisfaction and just kind of like sit by the fire and try to get as warm as possible. And he's now like fetal positioned under his like cocoon of blankets with just his tail and Dwa's tail kind of flitting about from underneath.
Adorable.
Bet you wish you had a horse blanket now.
No, my dignity keeps me warm.
I'm not sure if I should be offended by that statement. And Turley turns and sits somewhere else.
You would note that there is a campfire at this particular rest stop. Illyri has positioned the horse, or the two horses, the cart, and where you guys are making camp, surrounding this campfire, which in this kind of little divot of an alcove that you're in protects the light from escaping too much. But he does keep it kind of like a dim fire. It's not a roaring fire to much to the dismay of you all, as it is a cold winter's evening. The horses kind of look a little pissed off that they're not getting much warmth, save for huddling against one another, but it's just enough to warm your little toesies for the evening.
Fuck that. Poigny is gonna like Eldritch blast the dirt where he's going to lay down to try like singe and burn the earth a little bit. And he'll make like a big to do of it. Like he'll be rolling around in his little cocoon. He can't get comfortable, so he'll just like blast a comfy little like divot in the ground, and then lay down where they're like the still burning embers are kind of just laying around, and he'll finally like snuggle up and just sigh.
And in comparison to how cold it is outside, there's like steam rising from the edges of the makeshift blankets that you've made for yourself. So you have been successful in that venture. Let's quickly decide who's going to go in what order for watch if you decide to do so. Otherwise, we can take our first break for the evening.
Well, since Anders won't speak up, I'm taking the first watch.
Nope.
Okay.
Anders. First.
Anders, I will take that watch with you. We will stay up together.
I will not. I'll take second watch.
Okay.
I will make sure you wake up, Mr. Twill.
Thank you.
Illyri would
It's
offer
a side look at Turley.
extremely good. Illyri would offer third watch, by the way.
Yeah, Anders, depending on how high your passive perception is, you might note that Turley's eyes have not blinked since he said that.
Kelby is willing to take the last watch.
Okay.
If no one disturbs Poigny, not knowing that this is how things are done with the mortal folk, he will just sleep and not take a watch. Unless someone wakes him up and says, hey, you gotta watch. In which case he'll do something, I guess. But
Well, very good. Now that the watch order has been established, Anders and Turley finding their spots to survey the camp while the others attempt to get some rest before potentially their watches. Anders and Turley, perception check from both of you, please. And then if there's anything that you would like to do during your watch, let me know.
An 18.
Nice.
I got a 26.
Gee, what? All right. Well, you see into the future. Your watch passes without any like major event. You do see off in the distance it is pitch black outside. The what is it? The cloud cover is preventing any of the moonlight from passing through, so it's kind of dimly lit in kind of an odd way, basically like a overcast kind of day, though not as bright. It's nice. But you do see the lost souls kind of floating off in the distance, and you even see one just hover down the road near the cart and past the horses without really any mind. But yeah, not much else happens.
I'm awake.
Turley, are you dreaming?
Maybe.
It must be terrible for them.
They look pretty sound asleep.
No, not them. Them. He points out to the lost soul.
Yeah, I don't think I ever really thought about it, but you're right.
We must be careful not to make any more.
Says the guy who has lethal daggers coming out of his hands.
I mean, yes, I know, but I've reevaluated.
Yeah. Speaking of evaluating, what do you think of our new companion over there? Old Snugglebutt McFirefuck.
Is that his real name?
Yep, he told me in his sleep last night.
Okay.
Yep.
What was it again?
Snugglebutt McFirebutt. Snugglebug McFirebutt.
Okay. He seems very unhappy.
For a split second there, I thought you were going to say undead.
I mean, I don't think so.
Wait, hang on. Do you think
As far as I know, tieflings are alive. What?
Do you think he might be?
No. See no sign of that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, they're really good at hiding. You never know who it might be.
Are they though? I mean, I guess certain ones are.
Do you really think that we didn't come across at least one in our travels? I mean, besides the one we came across.
I mean, you're talking about a specific kind of undead, right? Not just any undead.
Oh yeah. Wait. There's more than one?
Well, yes.
What else?
Zombies
What's a zombie?
and undead.
So they're the same thing?
No, they're not the same thing. Vampires are... Well, I've never seen a vampire, but...
Don't say that in front of him. He might be one. If you say their name, they'll know you're... Like, he might... Wait.
I didn't say his name.
Is Pointy awake right now?
No, absolutely not.
Does he sleep with his eyes open so he looks awake?
No, he's got his blanket pulled over, but Dwa is awake. Dwa does not actually sleep. So you see two little black beads that are like reflecting as much light as is coming in, just like peeking up over the back of his collar. This tiny head just like in the back of his head.
Hey, you in there, little thing. Are you a vampire? Do you speak whatever language that thing's fucking speaking?
I don't think he's speaking. I think he's just making a noise. But no, if it is a language, I do not speak it.
I cast tongues. Are you a vampire?
What's a vampire?
That's something a vampire would say.
I don't know what vampire. Think I know vampire.
Pointy fangs, undead, can't be around in the light. Wait a minute. Oh fuck. Okay, hang on, Anders. Wait.
What?
Can you understand me, Anders? Okay, you can. Good. I don't know how this tongue thing works. I've never done it before. So he's got pointy fangs.
A lot of people have pointy fangs.
Well, now there's a whole other piece of trauma I have to process every time I meet someone new. All right, so he's got fangs, but he doesn't know what a vampire is.
Right, because not everyone does.
What other criteria?
Do you drink blood?
Sometimes.
Do you have to drink blood to survive?
Anders wants to know if you have to drink blood to survive.
I'm pretty sure he can understand me.
No survive. But be happier. Be happier if drink blood.
Yeah, I'm relaying all this to Anders. Listen, is your companion a vampire?
Companion.
Yeah, the one you're like humfucking right now.
Master.
I mean, listen, I don't judge if you guys are if that's a dynamic you guys are into.
Me no think, Master Vampire.
All right.
Master also drink blood. Master teeth no pointy.
Maybe they were tracked in.
Maybe.
You're okay in sun.
Oh,
Okay in sun.
they're fine in the sun. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Oh, they're fine. Anders, we got the all clear. We're good.
Okay.
Maybe powerful vampire.
Mm,
We're gonna put a pin in that. How does this? I drop my holy symbol out of my sleeve. How does this? How you feel about this?
Ugly.
No. The symbol, not my face.
Body jewels. It very ugly. Nowhere.
Has Turley ever displayed his holy symbol before?
You would have seen it in combat.
Okay.
Because there's definitely things that he's cast that require it to be out of his sleeve.
Okay.
I don't know that he would have he would have tried to hide who it is. All right, you can go
I
back to
don't.
sleep. No, sorry. What?
Okay.
I don't think undead things are very common. I don't. I think you have to go somewhere where someone has made them. You know. And
All right.
we have
Listen,
not been to any of those places.
Yeah, but you're a smart individual, Anders. Can you imagine that one of those places might be hell?
I think you are dead. Maybe.
Right.
If you
How?
go there, not undead.
But isn't that the pathway to undeath? Don't you
But
need
you don't.
to die to
You
become
wouldn't
undead?
go then, would you? Well, I guess you would still. I don't know. Turley, this is. I wouldn't worry too much about this. If we find some undead, we will make them re-dead.
I might be very tired because I don't understand that whole re-dead thing. Am I asleep right now?
Possibly.
Have I blinked in the last hour? I'm gonna go to sleep now, Andrew.
Good night, Turley. I will wake Miss Swin.
Wait, is our watch not over? I'm awake. I'm wide awake. I promise.
I know you are. You did a good job this time. You stayed awake the whole time. Very good.
Thank you.
Go to sleep.
How long does tongues last, though?
I don't know.
It's like an hour, isn't it?
I think it's an hour.
All right. So you just hear like a myriad of like nursery rhymes being sung in this voice for like the rest of them, for however long the hour.
Yeah, it's an hour. Amazing.
Miss Swin.
Hi.
I know, it is time. The only thing we saw were the lost souls floating about. But none coming this way.
All right. Get some sleep, Anders. I'll keep an eye out.
Very good.
All right. Anders and Turley head off to sleep. Miss Wynn, it is your turn, good sir. A perception check from you, please.
8.
8. Sick. You are captivated by keeping this very small fire alive. And occasionally, like, come to and you're like, wait, fuck. I gotta pay attention. You would see much of the same thing that Miss Wynn, Turley and Anders would have said to you, that there are just kind of lost souls, the little fireflies off in the distance. None that come too close, as far as you can tell.
Clarification.
Yes.
Are you saying fireflies?
Yeah, has anyone here played Final Fantasy X?
No.
Great. I'm going to post an image in Discord so that you know what it looks like.
Have we confirmed that these things are called fireflies, or is it that just like what you're
That's just what
describing
I'm
them as?
referring them to.
Okay. Because fireflies is a cool name.
Sick. I did not take that. That is from a Vigi game.
That is a cool name. Yeah, I just sit there. I like play a hand or two of solitaire. Obviously, I'm not not paying too much attention to the surroundings. I look out here and there. Is everybody sleeping well, or anyone having nightmares or tossing and turning? I feel like Kelby probably has some sort of sleep apnea with all of the noises she made during the first watch.
Kelby would be softly muttering in her sleep, yeah.
Let's see. What is there any general kind of like repeated phrase that Kelby would say?
It sounds as if she's it's like snippets of a conversation. Like she's listening to someone and replying.
Wait, what happened?
It's like that kind of,
Oh, that's nice.
and like just kind of like listening to someone tell a story.
Cool. No one's like speaking infernal in their sleep or anything like that. Pointy. Nothing. Cool.
Colonel?
I will.
Dwan never shuts up. He's constantly, but it's very quiet.
Okay. Yeah. No, I will just sit there until my shift ends and wake up Hillary.
Okay. Very good. You wake up Illyri with no issues whatsoever. You see that he's kind of a light sleeper. All you need to do is like walk within 5 feet of his tent and he'll kind of already come to. Anything exciting happening?
Nothing too exciting. Nothing too exciting. Just got the spirits floating around above. But besides that, not much.
Yes. Those poor things. Okay, thank you. Rest well.
Thank you.
Let's see how he does on his watch. Okay. After Illyri's watch, he will wake up Kelby.
He'll be
Thanks, Ori.
Yeah, no problem. Fairly quiet. The sun's starting to kind of come up a little bit off in the horizon. So, should be okay now that lights return into the land. I'm gonna go catch a few more Z's. Enjoy your watch.
Yeah, I will, thank you.
He will walk into his tent, flop, and immediately pass out.
Helby will kind of stretch and look around at everybody, making sure that everybody's still kind of covered up in their blankets before carefully pulling her loot out. And she's going to sit like wrapped up in her blankets a little bit, like not in the center of camp, like kind of off to the side. Let's see, that's a 16 plus 7
Damn.
for my perception. Math is hard right now. What is that?
Numbers.
23, thank you.
Over a 20, that's all I need to know. Yeah, you find yourself a kind of cozy nestled spot with your loot, and you get a good look of the camp and the surrounding area. The sun is coming up, so it's a bit harder to see the little fireflies of the lost souls flitting about, but they are there. They're off in the distance, though. You see the horses kind of start to rustle a little bit. Some dogs
They
run down
traditionally-
the path.
The
Tiny
horses bark
horses.
angrily at each other.
And from there, the rest of the watch is yours.
Kelby will, like, she's just keeping a wide gaze. She'll watch some of the spirits kind of dance in the distance. And to herself, not really to anybody else.
Is it you? Telling me the things?
And then she'll kind of look back over at the party, her eyes like drifting from shoulder to shoulder. And like a small smile will creep across her face. And she'll start playing on her lute. And it's as if the song just like springs forth. Like normally she kind of practices some of them, but this one just seems to come immediately as she goes. Pama Flora, Eurosa, slayed a giant, met with Ram. Never too far gone when I'm with you. Well, holy moly, me oh my, open the door up in the sky. Folk, they'll never know heroes like you. Man, oh man, you're my best friends. I'll sing it to the bitter end. There ain't nothing else that I need. Well, Pumat Soul and Pumpkin's Pie, Horse Blanket and Nikolai. Ain't nothing gives me hope more than you. Oh, home, come with me home. Home is wherever I'm with you. Oh, home, come with me home. Home is wherever I'm with you. Going home, spirit, I'm coming home. And she, like, her eyes will drift, like, across the party as she does. And she'll kind of finish with a little flourish on her strings, maybe a little bit too loudly than she meant to, and do it like, oh, and like stop to make sure she didn't wake anybody up. And then she'll continue to play out the little bits on her lute until everyone wakes up.
You would have noticed that after that last strum of the lute, it would have kind of reverbed a little bit in the camp, and you would have stopped it with your hand. But the noise continues, not so much in an echo in the surrounding area, but you notice that your arcane focus glows very dimly. You can hear the hum of your tune reverbing in it.
Kelby's eyes get really, really wide, and she like is kind of
Okay, go. Alright, Sparks Finger, don't freak out. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. What is this? Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that?
Oh, Kelby's gonna focus really hard. And I'm assuming this is like towards the end of my watch where people would normally wake up anyways.
Mm-hmm.
With it kind of reverberating and glowing in her hands, she
How can I test? Oh, I know.
and she's gonna close her eyes, and she's gonna summon her wild companion, like kind of focus like how she's done in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And in the past, when she had done that, it had been a little jackalope, right? A little white snow hare with little deer antlers. And she's kind of doing that and focusing. But when Kelby opens her eyes, what's in front of her is not that. It's still a little bunny, but it has long floppy ears, and it's a brown colored. It has little white spots along its haunches, and its nose is completely white. And instead of having deer horns, it has a singular unicorn horn in a fluffy little mane. And Kelby will like look at it and then look at it.
What the fuck is going on?
She's gonna yell that part real loud.
Does anyone wake up because of this?
Yeah, I was already in the throes of waking up from the strum of the guitar. I rolled a nat 20 on my perception check. And then the what the fuck definitely like shoots me up, and I grab the broken sword that's sitting next to my bedroll. I just kind of spring up, look around. Everything all right, Kelby?
Well, why the fuck does it look like that? She's gonna point as the little bunny's like kicking at one of its really floppy ears. It's like scratching behind it.
That's not what it looks like before.
Okay. It still looks cute.
Cute? Well, but it's something's wrong with the magic.
She's gonna like kind of take her focus off and like tap it on her knee. Like
it's different. That's not what it was like before.
Well, magic seems to be acting strangely all over the place, but does your magic come from the gods or from a different plane? I just kind of assumed that you made your own magic.
Well, it's and I don't know. I'm not a wizard or something like that. I just the magic, and it feels it, and this thing, and I sang a song, and it lit up, and a bird, and so I like felt like maybe I should do something, and so I did it, and that doesn't look like Grandpa's at all.
Were you trying to summon a bunny that looks like your grandfather's bunny?
I've never thought about it before. I just would use it, and he would show up, and it would look. But now look at it.
the little like floppy bunny kind of plops forward a couple of hops and stands up on its hind haunches and like tilts its little head towards you.
Yeah.
It's different.
Well, Kelby, what? I'm not an expert on these things, but maybe this is your bunny. It's not your grandfather's, but maybe your magic is finally you're coming into your own. I don't know.
You think that's what mine would look like? Mine would be like a cool, like sparkly, like dragonfly, or like something like really like impressive, you know? The bunny is now rolling around in the dirt. But this is. Look at it. Nobody's gonna take anybody seriously with that.
Well, Kelby, look at this. I think it matches you perfectly. And
what the hell is that supposed to mean?
Mistwin will like reach down and grab the bunny and pick it up, and have the bunny like looking at Kelby, and then Mistwin will put up his other hand. See? It's just a giant middle finger.
Well, no.
And Kelby will take the little bunny from Mistwin and like kind of pull it into her arms where it'll like kind of squirm, and
it's different. Why is it different? It doesn't make any sense. I did everything the same.
Is the focus still like glowing and stuff?
It's dimmed at this point. The little bunny looks up at you.
Well, don't look at me like that. You're just unexpected is all.
Oh, and she's gonna just like nervously start scratching it behind its ears.
Its little back foot will start to thump.
Oh,
And
well,
if you don't like it, then I'm sure we can
well,
find
no, I didn't say that.
Okay.
It's just different. It's not what I expected. But I guess that's kind of the way magic works, huh? Sometimes.
Kelby will put the bunny down and turn to Mistwin and like everybody else who's sleeping.
Well, I mean, we'll just have to sort it out later, but I guess it's fine for now. I mean, you can still do all the stuff that you used to do, right? You're not gonna, like, do any weird things, like, I don't know, fly.
It shakes its head.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. Okay, well, nothing happened really, so we should probably wake everybody up.
All right.
And Kelby's gonna march back into camp with the little bunny like slowly like hopping behind her.
So cute.
Oh, Kelby, does it have a name?
Oh. Do you?
Kelby is asking it.
It just kind of looks at you and then continues hopping towards camp.
Probably needs one. I can't call it what Grandpa's was.
What we call it, stew.
Ha ha, Mistwin. Very funny. We're not calling it stew.
I mean, if you ever don't like it anymore.
It's magic, Mistwin. Are you serious right
stew?
now? No, it doesn't work like that. And besides, I wouldn't let you anyway.
All right. Wake up, Turley. Pop, 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 pop.
Going over to wake him up, you would notice that Turley is clutching his holy symbol and staring at Poigny and Doigt with fear in his eyes. And has been since someone yelled out, "What the fuck is happening?"
Hello. Good morning. What is that?
It's a rabbit, I think.
Well, I thought it was breakfast, but apparently it's not.
It's not breakfast. It's a manifestation of something. I don't know. Okay, just ignore him, and he'll go away in a little bit. But it's fine. Everything's fine.
Hey, make sure you don't feed that thing too many carrots. It's a common misconception.
Eat. Wait, do you eat?
It looks up at you. And then it like hops over to like a little tuft of hay that the horses have and just starts nibbling on it.
Okay, well, I have to take care of it. I don't know. I don't know. It was different, and now it's like that, and I'm kind of freaking out because my magic is different than what it used to be, and it's a whole thing. So
Listen, everybody's magic changes over time as you get older. It doesn't perform sometimes as well as it used to. It's a common thing that we all have to deal with.
okay, yeah, I hear what you're saying. There, Turley, but I just got my magic. So if it starts not, if it breaks, then how am I supposed to do?
I think if you break it, that's not good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, you know what? Can we talk about this maybe later? When I'm feeling a little less sensitive about,
She'll
Sure.
gesture over to the little bunny.
It might be the anxiety that's causing it to change a little bit.
anxiety. Could be a lot of things. It could be something.
I think Anders wants to talk, but he's mumbling under his breath. Oh, okay. Never mind. He doesn't want to talk.
I'm just listening.
All right. Hey, I'll distract you. We don't think that Pony over here and Duo are vampires.
Oh, what?
What part of vampires do you not understand?
Well,
I can read a treatise on vampires that I've been crafting in my notebook.
Je n'ai pas vampire. Where did you get this information?
Shh. You lack blood.
Oui, many things lack blood.
Yeah, well,
I drink blood wine.
I did try to tell him this, by the way.
Thank you for being the voice of reason. What is wrong with you? Who hurt you? And
that's
why didn't it stick?
I feel like you're gonna fit in really well with this group.
Vampire. Idiot. Not even real.
That is a little harsh.
Incredible. Illyri comes bounding out of his tent and like immediately starts breaking camp, at least in his section where he was. Immediately goes to the horses, takes care of them, and then looks towards you all. We heading out? Do you need breakfast first? I'm more of a just go with the flow until I get hungry kind of person. So if you need breakfast, do that now while I get the horses ready.
Mistwin's eyes glance over to the bunny.
Oh my god.
I swear to God, Mistwin, if you even no, look.
And Kelby's gonna go over and pick up the bunny and like hold it up.
Be like, this isn't food, okay? Look.
Just put it back down on the ground. She'll be like,
Can you dance?
and the little familiar will kind of like look up and like get up on its hind legs and do this.
And she'll be like, see? It's not for eating, Mistwin. Actually, that's pretty good. What else can you do?
It mimics having a hat and taking it off and doing a little
Oh, very
rocket kick.
dapper. Okay, all right. Okay, I see what you got there. Okay, maybe you're not so bad.
It squats
Anyone else
down and
think-
wiggles its butt a little bit.
Does anyone else think Kelby's lost it?
I think she's lost something. I don't know what it is, though.
I've not known her very long, but I will give you my opinion when I figure out what it is that she had to lose.
I really don't want to cast tongues again, but I almost felt like I needed to at the beginning there.
Pourquoi?
No
And
reason.
am I not speaking slowly enough for you?
That was a turtle joke, wasn't it?
Oui. It was very funny.
You're not wrong. It was pretty
If I
good.
do say so myself.
No, Illyri, I don't think any of us will need to wait around for breakfast.
No, see, turn in your heel first. Heel toe. Yeah, okay, now, and then back and forth.
Kelby is instructing the familiar on how to do the Charleston.
Incredible. This is ace. Illyri will start packing the cart and get the horses all tied up and ready to go. Yep, the sooner we hit the road, the quicker we're gonna get to the Twill Hills Ford Station. We can get there before sundown if we beat feet now.
Well, let's go.
Fantastic. Let's
Oh, n'est pas. Slow down. Have you not learned your lesson from Tortue Lepin? Take time to smell the roses. And he pulls a bottle of rosé out of his pack and starts drinking it like it's water that he hasn't had in like a week.
amazing.
Turley will be the last one to get on the cart. As he will look amongst the group and take a moment to reflect on the fact that he's the only one that doesn't have a companion. And then get in the cart.
This big sad energy. Dang it. Speaking of companions, it's at this point that y'all head back into the cart and make your way down the road. And it's not 5 minutes down the road that you see a hulking St. Bernard standing in the middle of the road, happily wagging its little tail. Well, it's actually a giant tail. Just kind of sitting there waiting.
Fergus!
Hey, Kelby.
And he runs up
Kelby.
towards it, guys.
What?
Have you thought about what you need to do with your familiar around Fergus?
Kelby, who's kind of nestled in to the cart and has just kind of mindlessly been petting the little familiar who's like stretched out, its little ears laid flat to the side, and just like it's like this really cute moment. Like she didn't see Fergus on the road, and she's gonna.
No, why?
I mean, do giant dogs eat rabbits?
Fergus isn't gonna try and eat him, is he? Oh my god, Fergus is gonna try and eat him.
I mean, he's trying to eat you a couple times.
I know. This is so bad. Oh, shit. Oh.
I am sure Miss Wynn will not allow that to happen.
I wouldn't. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to think about something, but we're probably not going to see Fergus for a really long time, right?
Again, Kelby has not seen the Fergus back.
Straight in the middle of the cart.
Kelby screams like at the top of her lungs, like blood curdling, squeezing the little familiar, like his eyes the size of dinner plates. Screams.
Slobber, fur, and tail hitting everybody in the face. Kelby, you get big old licks straight up the face. Your hair is up in a cowlick, just straight up from your forehead. He turns around and he gives Poigny an eye for a second, stops, and like sniffs. Turns around, and then just locks eyes with the bunny.
The bunny is going to be like, Kelby is like trying to like keep it safe in her arms and is like, but the bunny is unperturbed. Like it's looking back at Fergus, like doing the cute little like smelling the air sort of a deal, and tilting its head back and forth, but does not seem bothered in the least. Kelby seems much more distressed.
Fergus just like leans in close and boops.
No.
Boops the bunny on the nose with his nose.
Yeah, the rabbit extends into the boop and then shakes its head really hard so its ears make the little flappy sounds. And Kelby's like, ah!
As the head shakes and the flap, Fergus will go down into the excited dog pose and kind of haunches up in the air and wiggle his tail. And then he'll bound up, kind of kick off the wall of the cart and go and tackle Turley. And then just kind of lay there.
Yeah, Turley's laying on his back with Fergus like fully mounted, just like licking face. All right. Yep. You had a good taste. Done?
He just sits there.
Well, it is warmer.
And you can see like Mistwind kind of like following the exchange a bit. And Anders, you're kind of watching all of this situation. And Mistwind just kind of looks over to you and gives you a wink. And Fergus is just gonna lay there on top of Turley until Turley tells him to get down.
I just want you to know, Fergus, this does not mean that we're dating. Friends can snuggle.
Right.
I mean, Turley's warm. Turley's not doing anything at this point. He's comfy.
I love this more than anything. The Illyri is gonna look towards y'all. Y'all paying for extra fording with the dog? I'm just kidding. I love dogs. Dogs are great. He's big and fluffy. That's fantastic, and I'm jealous that I'm not back there right now. Anyway, here's Wonderwall, and he just continues down the road.
Kelby, when she hears it, Wonderwall will roll her eyes and look at everyone.
Everyone does Wonderwall.
Of course, everyone does Wonderwall. It's the best song. The only hits.
You probably like fucking Coldplay too, Poigny.
I have spent many a night acquiring a taste for Coldplay. Because it is a common torture tactic we use at home.
Okay. Yep.
I'm happy to say I don't mind them. I think they get more hate than they deserve.
Yep, he's a fucking vampire.
It's fine. It's fine. He just hasn't heard good music yet.
I much prefer the Gregarian throat screaming of my ancestors, but Coldplay is close enough.
I've never heard that particular kind of music before. Can you avail us as to the particular style in which it sounds like?
I have not been trained as a throat singer, but it is a multi-pitch that you must evoke from the diaphragm.
I don't understand. I don't.
Not quite there.
Not quite there. That sounds like you tried a little bit.
I made the attempt, but it's too late for me. I am much too old to acquire the skill. My vocal cords are have formed way too fully now to begin the training I would require.
No, fair. But I've never even heard it before, and I feel like just you coming close might give me an idea what you're.
I'll do you one better. If we find a way home, I will bring you with me, and you can see it for yourself.
Real fast, does this deal come with a way back?
We cross that bridge when we get there.
No, not shaking a goddamn thing. I'd like to remind you this entire conversation happened from under Fergus.
So the morning continues. Eventually you will break for lunch. Is there anything that you guys would like to do in the cart on your way down southwest-ish?
Eventually, Kelby's little familiar, as she's kind of holding it, would glow with what looks like moonlight or starlight, and then it'll look like little stars are kind of breaking off of the points of its fur and ears, and it would just kind of flash out in kind of a glitter of starlight as it dissipates. Kelby would spend the rest of the time intermittently trying to work on Turley's horse blanket, but giving up because of Fergus cuddles and she doesn't want to get slobbered on. And would again kind of like sit in the cart and mindlessly like pluck out a tune and watch the spirits in the distance.
Okay. How does Poignet react to there now being a massive Saint Bernard, much larger than a traditional Saint Bernard, taking up the majority of like the leg room in this cart, and very likely kind of huddling up next to you? Hey, Poignet.
What is it doing?
It's just laying on top of Turley.
No, I mean, what is it doing to me? Do I need to... I do not need to reciprocate this, do I? It is disgusting.
Well, I wouldn't call it disgusting, but we'll just keep you warm if you want it.
I am okay. His face is covered in fluids. This dog is half boogers. You may want to take him to see a veterinarian. That is way too much mucus for one animal.
Yeah. Keeps him alive. Out in the cold.
Au contraire, I believe it is killing him. Listen to his breathing. It is very labored. Is his whole body supposed to convulse like that whenever he huffs?
He's a good, healthy boy. Aren't you, Fergus?
This animal is one valiant fart away from dying, and I would caution you to take care of him better.
Oh. I don't think so, but maybe. He is an older boy. It's getting close to... really close to 300 years old.
It feels 300 years old. He's like touching the bony parts on the hip and shoulders. This is antique.
It's just... the rest of him is just like weird growths, just all throughout the skin and body. No.
C'est horrible.
Ew. Where'd you even get Fergus, Mistwin?
He's been in the family since before we were in the mountain.
What kind of dog was it when it was alive?
That's gonna be a clip for sure. Hang on.
Hold on, I'm just gonna wait for the laugh track to end. It's a long one. He was and is a Saint Bernard. But my family, before we were in the mountains, we had migrated from further north, and we got lost. lost along the way, trying to find a new home. And Fergus here found us and guided us to what we now call Stone Garden.
That
You
is
don't
quite
know.
a tale.
You don't know where he came from?
No, but he is obviously not just a dog. He's a protector of sorts. So,
Sacre bleu, it shocks me that someone deemed to call this animal a saint. It looks like a wheezy panda.
What's a panda?
A gluttonous bear that is various shades of black and white where it is not stained yellow. Terrible creatures, let me tell you. Horrendous. They spend most of the day eating and shitting, and when they're not doing that, they're sleeping and making excuses not to fuck each other. It's terrible.
That's not like any kind of bear I've ever heard of. But then again, Fergus isn't really like any dog I've ever seen.
So you see? Endorsement.
Anders,
Yes.
what about Marcel?
What about him?
Where did he come from? How long have you had him?
I've had him since I was a child. He's my friend.
And how old are you?
26, I think. Yes. I guess technically I'm 56, right? In this year. But
That's a really long time for just a mouse to live. Are you guys sure these are regular animals?
oh, there's nothing regular about Marcel.
Why did
very
you pick him
special.
up?
I was given to him. He was given to me by my parents.
Was there a weird flashy ceremony where lights appeared and that other stuff disappeared?
Not that I remember. Not that time. No, I know what you're talking about. No,
Yeah, you know what I'm
Nothing
talking
like-
about.
nothing like that. Nothing like that. He's just special.
But this, I imagine this is taking place before Kelby's little familiar kind of fades away. And she's gonna kind of look at it.
I guess I kind of get it. Well, and I guess you probably kind of get it too, Quingy, because you're little guy there. So his is different. He has like thumbs, which just makes it feel different.
Why is bound to me? He was a gift. He takes on any form he chooses. And he chooses this one.
He chooses?
I use the pronoun to make you all comfortable.
No.
Here's one of the many. But it
She-
does choose.
Yeah, she holds up the bunny, and
Well, maybe that's what happened here, because It didn't look like this before.
What did it look like before?
Kelby will use minor illusion. Let's see. Well, is that gonna work? She's gonna use minor illusion to kind of do the outline of the jackalope, the little white snow-haired jackalope kind of a deal. In the cart. Look like that.
Ah.
Hmm.
And you made it this way because...
Well, no, I didn't do anything different, I don't think. But, like, I don't know. Like, I sang and was doing my thing during my watch. I sang a song. And then my focus started to glow, and she'll kind of hold it up. And it was, like, resonating. And I don't know, I just felt like the right thing to do was summon the companion, and it just is different now.
And you cannot simply command it to be something else. This is an accident. Is that explains what happens to the dog? What's his name? Ferguson. This is accident, no? If you choose... You could have chosen a different shape, but he is mutant somehow, right? This
Well,
is... Is that why you all travel together? You all have aberrant creatures that follow you from place to place?
Marcel runs out on Andrew's shoulder and holds his little fist up.
Remind me,
And it
what is
squeaks.
Marcel?
He's just a mouse.
Oh,
He's
okay.
like a... I mean, he's not like a house mouse. He's just slightly larger, you know, from the mountains. There's a picture of him in the Discord somewhere, or you know, something like him. But see if I can find it.
Large mouse, a unicorn obese bunny, and the shadow of a hellhound. Can you not simply command your creature to change shape?
I don't know. I've never done it before, and when I tried before, it just kind of worked.
Why do you not try it? Like this. Dwa, c'est la pan. And Dwa comes out and like with the snapping of bones and meshing of flesh, he slowly forms himself into what looks like your bunny, but without the horn.
Kelby will like look at the familiar in the cart, who's kind of like dozing off in her arms, and she'll lean down and kind of whisper in its ear, and it will just flick its ear and like snuggle down closer. I don't think that it's going to.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I do not know how to help you then.
It's fine. I was just curious about everybody else's, so figured I'd ask.
Dwa, arezza. And he splorps himself back into the imp shape.
I thought you said Dwa got to choose his own form.
He does until I tell him to do otherwise.
See? Fergus here, he just takes his original form, I believe.
Who?
Fergus.
Fergus. This is his original form? Or no?
I believe so. It's the only form I've seen him use.
Have you tried telling him to do something else?
No.
Literally anything else?
Who am I to tell such a beautiful creature how to look, spend its life.
I take it you are not a veterinarian then.
I don't know what this word is. Veterinarian.
That
Oh,
makes
I know that
sense.
one.
Is it?
Then
It's-
you can teach him something for a change.
Yeah. It's like it's someone who helps take care of animals and make sure that they stay healthy.
Oh. Understood.
When you live in the woods and the nearest family lives pretty far away, it's important to be able to keep your your ponies healthy and whatnot.
Evu Tortwe, what manner of horrible nightmare do you have stowed away in your shell there? Is it a snake with legs that speaks with a human tongue?
Isn't that a lizard?
I think
Echo, but
Turley's still asleep, isn't he?
no, he was wide-eyed ever since the scream.
Well, now in the cart.
Under Fergus, he went naive.
Oh,
With a 19 stealth.
Stealth sleeping.
well, perhaps it is now a corpse that he keeps stowed away in there. Perhaps one with little marionette strings that he guides around himself. That would be appropriate given the rest of you. But this is exciting. You are all freakish in your own special way.
You have no idea.
Just wait until you see us fight.
I'm sorry. Are you implying that you fight with these creatures?
Oh no, you just called us freakish. And then I said wait until you see us fight.
Oh, we. Are you more freakish in battle than you are?
Aye.
Do you grow a therapy?
Kelby grows twice her size and starts throwing poop all over the place.
No, I
Oh my.
don't.
Yeah, you do.
You're right. She stays the same size.
Well, that's true. And there's nothing wrong with a good shit fling, you know what I mean?
Okay. This is what I signed up for. This is my
People are
choice.
gonna fight dirty, you gotta get down in the gutters with them.
If you're going to swim in the gutters, it better be in a cesspool of your own making. Yes?
Might as well, right? At least then you know where it's been, you know what I mean?
Yes, and then you are the only one who is comfortable.
Right. Which
Or
is
is
really all
your
that matters.
temperature.
Right.
Sometimes I know what's going to happen in these sessions, and then other times I
Nope.
This.
You never expect the
Nope.
Spanish Inquisition, nor do you expect shit.
The
like
comfy chair.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, I feel like after that, again, Kelby kind of settles into the traveling. The familiar will dissipate. She'll start passing the time as she would, just kind of looking out over the top of the cart, kind of getting lost in her own thoughts.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything in specific with your travel for your day?
Not until Fergus gets off of me.
Oh, Turner, just tell him to get off whenever you want.
Yep, I'll do that as soon as I want to. Turley doesn't move. Turley might snuggle in a little bit more. No, but you're warm.
Yeah, Mistwin will just probably go sit down and lay his back on Turley and Fergus and use Fergus as a pillow for the rest of the however long.
I feel like as you go to rest there, like over time, you could look down and Turley's head would be like next to you for more warmth. Like just like looking down and his head's right there.
Mistwin will just kind of like, as Turley's sleeping, he sees the head come over. We'll just take his furry hat off and put it on Turley's head for ultimate warmth.
It's mine now, bitch.
Okay. Everyone kind of huddled against Fergus as he, settles in the middle of the cart here. The rest of the morning travel passes without any real event. Illyri will stop for lunch and kind of gorge himself on all the food that he's brought, knowing that he skipped breakfast to try and make good time for today. Y'all will head back on the road shortly after. And it's about maybe an hour down the road. The horses will kind of start to falter. They'll act a bit spooked, for lack of a better term, and slow down to a halt to the point where they're uneasy and kind of moving the cart from side to side in a kind of awkward fashion. Illyri will call back to you. Hey, looks like we got trouble up here.
Kelby's gonna stand up and try and get a good sight on what's wrong.
Same. Anders, same.
Okay.
Wake me if I need to do anything.
No perception checks or anything needed at all. You guys will stand up for a clear view of what's happening here, and it's kind of hard to do that even now. The horses are kind of siding the cart in such a way that it's like digging the wheels into the ground a little bit and jutting the cart around in a really awkward fashion, so you guys might kind of falter a little bit, but you stand eventually and you see a overturned cart just down the path and a large swarm of lost souls surrounding it. You hear cries coming from this overturned cart, and you see several dead, decaying bodies around it. But the swarm of lost souls remain. Y'all gonna do something about this? Illyri is now having a desperately hard time holding onto the reins.
What do the cries sound like? Do it sound like people calling for help?
Make a investigation check.
Okay. 21.
21. It's kind of hard to tell. The cart is maybe about 100 yards off. It just kind of sounds like weak whimpering at this point.
Anders will hop down off the cart and start heading toward the commotion. And as he's leaving the cart, he'll look at Poignant and go, I guess you're going to get to see how freakish we are.
All right, then show me what you are made of, Master Marcel.
All right, Fergus, let's go.
God damn it, I was so warm.
Well, the faster we get this done, the faster you can be under me.
What about me says I'm fast? He kind of hobbles off the cart and starts running there on his bum knee.
And by the time all of you have exited the cart, if you all choose to do so, Illyrie can no longer contain the fright of the horses, and they kind of run off into the forest that lines this road here. Just at that moment, the snow begins to fall a bit heavier, kind of hiding the tracks that have come from your cart thus far. What I would like you guys to do is for you each to roll a d20. This is going to determine what you're fighting.
I rolled an 18.
Wha?
Okay.
10.
14.
18, 10.
7.
6.
6. Okay. One moment, please.
Turley, get up on Fergus's back.
At least it's going to be a variety.
I will crush your pet.
No, you won't.
No.
No, you won't. He can carry a lot. Come on.
Fergus, can you carry 500 pounds?
Easily.
Fergus, I don't know what that look means.
He just shakes his head up and down. Yeah.
Mistwin accidentally kills his dog trying to prove how good it is.
Well, I mean, hey, I guess you're not going to get attacked from above. And Turley gets on and leans down to create the great shelled Fergus.
This is very good. I'm going to bring you guys
Oh, here we
fuck
go.
over here for a second.
Jesus.
Look at the tokens.
Look at those fancy looking tokens, though.
Aren't they
Goddamn.
cute? Aren't they cute? Hang on, everybody else that's watching. I'm going to get the old, battle map ready here, and then we'll get things going here. But yeah, so you guys see this vast collection of lost souls congregating around this turned over cart. The snow kind of impacting your view here, but it is very clear and very easy to see just this massive swarm of these fireflies before you. Let me move all of these guys. I had a lot of fun options for you guys to fight things here. You rolled really well, so thank you for that.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, exactly.
It could have been way worse. So these things
So not a
don't...
terrible stone giant that affects gravity this time?
No,
Great.
not
All right,
this
cool.
time.
Sick.
Nope. Not now. But
Uh-oh.
it's fine.
Uh-oh.
These things don't have faces, and you can't really tell like which direction they might be trying to pay attention to. They seem a bit omnipresent here. But anyone with a higher passive perception other than a 12 or higher would be able to see these things like take note of you. As they... Ash tries to get rid of everything on the map. Hang on. Let me move this over so everyone else can see. Okay, great. Hit 1 second. I'm on the wrong layer. I'm a GM. I know what I'm doing here.
You got this, homie.
Pew. A ton of zombies appear before you as
Charlie.
the fireflies grow larger in size and congregate and kind of make weird, twisted, gnarled sounds, and the silhouettes change into these grotesque-looking, vastly decayed zombies that were looking at the cart and now are looking at all of you. If you all could please roll initiative for me, that would be wonderful.
I would love nothing more.
Yes.
Anders has a 19.
Nice.
Also 19.
Mr. Turley has a 5. The cleric is pleased.
Nice. Okay.
Mistween has 18.
Okay.
And Kelby got 14.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna take our second break for the evening while I get all of this situated for everyone. And we're gonna come back.
Kick some
zombie
ass.
fight. Yeah, kick some ass. Yeah. All right. Let's get a quick zoom in on these adorable tokens of everyone. As we have new character art. We haven't even really shared that anywhere, I don't think. But look at how cute everyone is. Look at them. Okay. There is a shambling horde of zombies ahead of you, Anders. You also, at this point, can hear the kind of whimpering crying coming from the general direction of the cart.
Okay.
The overturned cart. The cart that you were on is nowhere in sight. The horses have taken off in a fear into the forest off to the east. Or to the right of the map. Because that's west.
All right. First, I'll look back at Turley and go, Turley, zombies.
Where?
I'm pointing. Just calm down. Think about it. This one, I'm going left. I'll meet you in the middle.
Hey.
And he takes off. So, and so for right, when Anders takes off, if you kind of blink or look away or just a moment inattention and then look back, you'll see his hood just instantly comes up. And then when you see his face, it'll be covered just like the token. So over the mouth, and his eyes will be glowing bright purple. And as he approaches the zombie, 2 spectral blades will manifest in his hands. And he will take 2 strikes on Senior Zombie.
Okay.
So the first one is not great. It's an 11, and the second one's a 25.
Okay. 1 moment, please. That's... What was the first one?
11.
11 doesn't hit, but the second one does.
Okay. That'll be 8 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And I will spend a key point and do flurry of blows.
All right. Do the dang
Once
thing.
I find my key point thing. There it is. Click.
He's hiding.
God dang it. All right, you are going over there. All right, that one definitely doesn't hit, but this is 23.
23. Yep.
So-
Super duper hits.
And that'll be a 11.
Okay.
11 points of bludgeoning damage as he kicks the zombie in the face.
Perfect. You make contact with this zombie. It looks disgusting. It looks like it's been in a bog, trampled over by stuff, just rotting and falling apart. And as you make contact with it, parts of it just kind of fling off a little bit. It's completely unfazed.
That's great.
That's
And
great.
then and then I will, since I only use 25 feet of my movement, I will bonus action disengage and take a step back, 2 steps back, or 2 squares back.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Very good. We are now to Poignet. Poignet, what are you doing, your turn?
Poignet will take a step back and kind of draw a small deck of long black satin cards from his vest pocket and kind of fan them out as they kind of just all flutter around him in a circle. He'll grab one out of the air and it'll show forward the tower card as he sticks it to the side of Turley's shell, and he will cast Enlarge
Ooh.
on Turley.
Oh, that's fun. All right. You got a big turtle now.
Okay.
Or Turley, add a d4 to all your damage when you swing a weapon. FYI.
Got it.
And then he'll
Amazing.
continue to move back away from the giant turtle and just post up, keeping the turtle between him and the zombies.
I just lost a lot of weight. Why'd you have to put it back on me?
Water weight, this is temporary. You will be fine.
Okay.
What are we doing? Cool. Cool rulers. I want to get on this ruler dance.
I
Hang
know.
on.
I need to know where to stand.
Hang on. I want to get on this. All right. Cool. Thanks.
Jesus.
Is that all you would like to do on your turn, Poignet?
Yes, that is it.
All right. Very good. We are to Mistwind's turn. Hey, buddy. What you doing?
Well, Fergus, who was carrying Turley and I, now probably cannot carry Turley. So as
I feel like Turley's feet just kind of hit the ground
Yeah.
at that
yeah,
point.
so Fergus just kind of like, huh?
You just stood up.
Yeah.
So Mistwind riding Fergus now has a speed of 50 feet instead of 25.
Yeah.
And we'll just crash in there, just going straight into the thick of it. So he's gonna go right
I
right there.
was waiting for it. Okay.
Um,
Right there. Good
But-
God, man.
but it's more of a Fergus isn't gonna get too involved just yet. And he's just gonna like shoulder throw Mistwind into the thick of it and kind of back out away from the crowd. But yeah, Mistwind's just gonna look around and go, "Come here, you fucking undead people!" And
They
he's gonna-
growl back, steam erupting from their mouths, and gross bile and saliva following soon after.
Unfortunately, I don't have like the cleric turn undead thing. That'd be kind of cool right now.
Unfortunate.
But what I do have is a big freaking hammer.
You do, and it does cool things.
So I'm going to, looking at, kind of watching Anders as he did his thing. Did it look like these things are very hard to hit?
Not particularly, no. There
No.
was one instance where you've seen how Anders can throw a punch very easily,
Oh yeah.
and it seemed like it just barely missed it.
Okay. Yeah, Mistman's gonna heft up the great hammer and really put all of his back into it. So let's roll. I don't think a 7's gonna hit,
Nope, unfortunately.
unfortunately. So flying out of the air, crashed down, but it just was off balance. But he gets back up and he's gonna go for an uppercut.
Sick.
Another 7.
Dice jail, right now.
Yeah, no,
Straight to jail.
that's
Go
rough.
to Yale.
That's rough.
Jail.
Straight to Yale.
Get your degree in Yale.
I think I think the maul might just kind of like slip out of his hands for a second there. He's like, ah, shit.
It is snowing, so like, does Mistwin have gloves on, or is he just like barehanded in this thing?
He has gloves on.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is entirely possible that the snow is like melting between the contact of his gloves and his hammer here, and it's just
Thank
like.
you. I appreciate the vote of confidence.
It's not your fault. It's the snow. Blame the fucking snow.
He just kind of looks around and okay. He looks around at the horde that's around him, and he's going to start kind of. The snow is going to start like evaporating off of his armor for a little bit as he starts to glow with this kind of ethereal light. And I'm going to use Channel Divinity as a bonus action. Emissary of Peace, which gives me +5 to my charisma checks. And I'm just going to say, come and get me! And see if they'll come attack me instead of whoever their original thing was.
Okay.
So let's so this
Holy shit!
Jesus.
2 crits.
Roll on, roll twice,
that's
forever and ever.
that's a plus additional 5, so that's a 31.
Okay. What's the radius on this again?
That was just basically a persuasion check
Okay. To anyone in particular, or just those within your range?
to the whole horde.
Oh my god. Okay. All right.
Come and get me.
You would see that the horde that's closer towards your compatriots over here see the giant turtle and are essentially like drooling at the mouths here. But as soon as you make this very persuasive argument in screaming and like shield bashing, basically trying to pull aggro, you see them all like turn their creaky gross heads, some of them even turning their heads like abnormally, to acknowledge your attention.
Hell yeah. That's it.
Cool. We're gonna go.
He's driving the car with the speaker system, like in The Walking Dead, to get the
Yeah.
horde to
Yeah.
come away.
Yeah, exactly.
Or that one episode of Mythbusters, specifically with zombies, and there's like a car. It's a whole thing. Anyway, we're gonna move over to Red Blue over here, the best troll gummy worm, the Red Blue one.
Yes.
It's going to shamble over towards you, Mistwin. It is going to, as it's walking up towards you, kind of shambling towards you and slipping in the mud now that the snow has started to land on the ground here. You can see it kind of reel back as it gets closer to you, and then just like vomits up on you, basically. But it's more air that comes out of it more than anything. There is now a cloud of spores being thrust in your direction. Can you make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Yeah.
Cool.
Would this be a poison?
This...
While the DM's looking that up, could we just step back and just talk about the fact that Mistwin just got old man sneezed on?
Oh no.
It's happened!
Can we just talk about it?
Now the game has become reality.
Which
Who am I?
that was off camera.
That was off camera.
Yeah, we were
It
talking about
was.
how we think Tyrant's the only one that's ever had, like, he has a problem with people sneezing on him.
The disrespect.
Knows no
Real
bounds.
life
Yeah.
and in game. Gosh.
Well, enjoy that one. It's delicious. I would say that this is a kind of poison.
Cool. I get advantage on poison.
Sick.
Swoop. That is a 24.
24. All right. You are okay.
Nice.
The spores around you kind of are taken away by the wind and the snow here, kind of latching on to the snowflakes as they pass you by. smells delightful. It's disgusting. Just rot and bile and just mess and sick. It's disgusting. Anyway, you're okay. I think that's its turn. We're gonna move down to Red, who, hearing your call, is going to shamble right up next to you. And just kind of like wail on you with its arms. No like real fashion here. It's just trying to fucking hit you with its arms. It's only a 10 to hit. I don't think that hits you. Okay. It's not a very smart zombie, but it has tried. Hey, Kelby, it's your turn. There are several zombies after that, and then Turley, you are on deck.
Kelby is going to look back at Poignet and kind of get this goofy little grin on her face, and as she's looking at her companion, she's gonna yell over her shoulder, "All right, you pie-eating shark pirates!" And she's gonna fling her loot around her shoulder and stride up to right here.
Okay.
And she starts to pluck out like the like a hillbilly like dun 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 on her loot. And as she does, there's like moonlight that dances along the strings, and she's gonna go, what was the first part of you to rot off? Your brain or your balls? And she's casting Bane at 4th level, so she can hit 6 of them.
Okay.
She's gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's gonna do all the ones that are right around Mistwin.
Okay.
And let's do orange for fun.
This guy?
Yeah, I need them all to make me a charisma saving throw.
Charisma, that's great for a zombie. Okay.
Yeah, that was what I was banking on.
That's 12.
So that's it has to be to 14.
Okay. And I think only one of them saves.
So let's just make orange be the one that saves, just for the sake of
perfect
clarity.
Yeah.
So whenever they make an attack roll or saving throws, they have to minus a d4.
Ooh, this is fun.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Kelby, like seeing that kind of take effect, is going to switch the tune up, and it's going to go from that hillbilly like dun 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 into like a really quick finger work in a minor key, and she's going to call out to Anders. Hey, Anders, get to work. And she's
Yes,
bonus action
get to work.
Bardic Inspiration, but it's because of the boons that we got from the in-between session stuff. Anders, that's a D10 for the Bardic Inspiration.
To added to what? Everything?
So it's a regular Bardic Inspiration. You can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Okay.
It can be added after the roll, but before the effect is applied. And that's a D10 that you've got.
Got it.
And that's Kelby's turn.
Okay. We are now over to Purple, who's now baned. But we'll also just try and smack you with its arms there. So that is... It's super low, but hey, let's roll a d4 and see what happens. They got a 2 to hit you.
No.
Cool. That's its turn. Green, over on yonder here. Let's see here. What is your walking speed? Not very far. He's gonna shamble up towards... it's kind of conflicted between Mistwin and Kelby, so it's just kind of like gonna chill here and just roar at you in its confusion. Orange is now gonna try and move in on Mistwin and do the whole slam with its arms on you. That is a 14 to hit. No, these guys suck. We're now at yellow, who's going to do the same thing. That is a natural 20, but let's use a d4 since they're Bane. So that is 19 to hit.
It just hits.
Kelby is
Okay.
using her reaction to use silvery barbs, and as she sees this thing try to cut down, she's gonna yell, "Hey, smelly sharp box!" And do a discordant like strum. So I'm casting silvery barbs. You need to re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll.
Ooh, okay. Oh man, okay. Do I still do the d4 with this? Probably, right?
Yes, because they're
Okay.
still baned. Yes.
Amazing. That brings it to a 12.
Nope.
Awesome. And Mistwin, you now have advantage
What?
Just on my
is
next
so
attack?
good?
on your next attack roll. Yep. An attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, it makes within a minute.
That's so cool. Okay. Well, shit. That's this duder's turn. Hey, Turley.
Kelby came to wreck.
Yes. Turley, you're up. After several zombies, it will be Anders.
I'd like to think this is a Jurassic Park moment as a 4,000-pound giant turtle begins running up behind Kelby. Tiny little Kelby.
But
my-
tall Kelby.
Yeah, my 30 feet of movement gets me to there.
Sick.
You will all see a giant symbol of Avandra come out of my sleeve. And as I'm walking forward, I am slowly saying, "Fuck off already!" And I'm turning undead,
Okay.
which is a wisdom saving throw. Everyone is within 30 feet of me at that
Ooh.
position. So everyone has to beat a 15 or spend their entire turn running away from me.
Ooh, okay. So let's see. There are still 10 of them. Boop, 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 boop. That one's good. That one's still good. What do they have to be? A 10?
15.
15. Okay, thank you.
Remember, the ones that are baned do have to minus the d4.
Huh. Okay. Give me a moment.
That's a saving throw.
Okay. The first one is a
Shower and
16.
dice,
The second one is an 18. The third one, oh god, was a 17. The fourth one was a 14. Fifth one, it's super low. Super fails. Let's just say, yeah, we'll figure it out later. 17. That's way low. It's gonna fail anyway. That's very low. Okay. So I think out of all of those, there were like half of them saved. The other half failed. So I'm gonna say that blue over here has now been turned. I'll just do a little skull dude. Orange is turned. So it's purple, red, and yellow. Okay. So now on their turns, they just have to like move away.
Yeah, have to move away. It's not like they can stay there if they want to. Just can't. It's not like fear. They have to move away.
Okay. Cool.
Hang on. I gotta look up something real fast. Cool. And then bonus action, Poigny / Bright, you will see Turley wave his hand and kind of direct it to the side and flying, becoming corporeal and then flying towards green. From the right-hand side, you will see a giant spiked blue shell spinning. As I cast Spiritual Weapon.
We waste the spiritual weapon.
Hey, I would like to attack with my Spiritual Weapon.
All right.
Which, let me get here and do this to my spells with my Spiritual Weapon. What is my Oh, it's +7. Let's do that then. Well, son of a bitch. I'm assuming that a 9 does not hit.
Surprisingly, a 9 does hit.
Wonderful. So as the attack, I would like to shove instead of do damage.
Okay.
So I'd like the shell to just slam into him and shove him 5 feet
Sick.
to the left.
Achoo. It kind of loses its footing here. It's like, I'm not going to say that it's prone, but it's a fucking zombie. It sucks. It's not great. So it's
Hey,
been
Mistwin.
shoved.
Hey, Mistwin. Will you marry me? And Turley is holding a giant platinum ring in his hand. That's my turn.
This is not the proposal I anticipated, but it's the one we're getting here, everybody. Very good. We are now down to Blue's turn, who has to spend its movement. Running away! That's its turn. Green/yellow here is going to run up to you there, Anders. In a similar fashion to what you may have seen the trolley gummy worm one do to Miss One, it's going to do the same thing to you. Can you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
What? Okay.
Yes.
Might need that D10 right now.
I was gonna say you got that D10, bud.
Yep, I do.
Use it. Use it for good.
Oh man, I mean, it was good. It was a good help. I got a 10 total.
10 total.
Oof.
Yeah.
So this cloud of spores just kind of like oozes onto you. It doesn't really even like move like the wind typically does. It just kind of, it's heavier than snow. And you cough incessantly and you can't seem to like stop coughing. Please take 10 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
You are very close to taking on a specific ailment. Almost there, though. That's its turn.
Okay.
Purple Pink's turn. Let's see. 10, 15, 20. It's going to come up to you, Kelby. It's just going to try and smack a doodle its hands on you.
Gotcha.
That is a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit my little gnomey gnome.
This is gonna be 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And that's its turn. We're gonna move over to Pink, who's just gonna try and do the same ding-dang thing over to Miss One. It's gonna try and slam you with his hands.
Remember the bane.
Yes, thank you very much. That is a 10.
No.
No, sick. We are back up at the top of the turn order with Anders.
All right.
You got the gross zombie in front of you puking on you.
I know that, but there's also one trying to hurt Kelby, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to disengage from the one next to me and move over to this one and try to hit him twice. Spectral blades in hand. That's 16 and a 19.
16, 19? Yes. Both hit.
All right, and I'll use a sneak attack as well.
Nice.
Sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
Oh, that one didn't fall. Cool. 8, 14, 15, 20 points of damage on that guy. All psychic.
Good God. Well, you know it's a zombie.
And
It
then-
doesn't really have much fortification against that.
Yep. And then I'll do another. My key points for another 2 attacks.
Okay. If it helps.
So
this
yeah, I
thing
should
is-
have rolled. I didn't roll those at advantage. Hold on. Just to
Okay.
make sure I don't get a 20. I didn't get any 20s. All
Okay.
right.
This thing is barely hanging on, by the way, if that helps. Plan your attack here.
Let me look at the... I don't think I have to use both attacks on the same target, but let me make sure. Shit, where? Oh, features. Flurry of blows. After you take attack action, you spend a key point to make 2 unarmed strikes. So yeah, it doesn't have to be on him. So I'll just make the first one and see if I take care of him. It's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that's super hits.
And it'll be 8 points of damage.
Hogi. He's super
Not
dead. He's
Oh, he's dead. Okay.
fucking explodes in a shower of viscera and bone.
Kelby, all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Do you hear
Alright.
that? Never mind. Just
No.
go. Just go.
And then I'll take a step up to this guy, and that's 17 to hit.
Absolutely hits. Please roll damage.
10 points of damage, but bludgeoning damage.
Okay. This thing's still more or less looking okay. Every time you hit it with the force that you have behind your attacks, little like chunks of flesh just kind of slough off, but it seems unfazed.
Ew. Gross. These things are gross.
Is that your turn?
That's, yeah, because I already used my bonus action. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, very good. Poignet, it is your turn. On deck is Mistwin.
Okay. The cards are continuing to spin around Poignet, kind of like a Rolodex, and he's kind of scanning through them to look for one, and he snatches another one and flips forward the moon and sends a chromatic orb flying at, let's say, green-orange.
Okay.
And he's going to use his... Well, we'll see. Who knows? Does an 11 hit?
Nope, it misses, unfortunately.
All right, he's going to flick on a metal plate on his chest, and a loud ringing is going to happen as he uses Tides of Chaos. Does 19 hit?
19 does hit.
All right. This fucker's going to take... Oof.
Damn.
15 thunder damage as the moon card turns into a large pearl and flies forward, streaking through the air semi-invisibly as it strikes. A loud explosion happens. And as a bonus action, he will burn 2 sorcery points. The ember colors in his eyes will start to glow a little brighter as if the flames are being stoked, and he will fire off an Eldritch Blast as a quickened spell.
Sick.
Beam number 1. 22. Beam number 2.
Yep.
25.
They both hit.
The first beam's going to hit orange, green. The second one's just going to go for green, I think.
Okay.
Big money. 10 damage on the first one.
Okay.
10 damage on the second.
Can you please watch the boys shooting between my legs? God damn.
My apologies, and I will shift the spell reduce to specify only his boys, and they will shrink up
Gross. Okay.
while he remains enlarged.
Jesus.
Gross.
Nasty. So
Well, that's unfortunate.
Is that better?
Really big turley with it.
I guess it really depends on your perspective.
Big turtle.
Poignant, you'd be able to tell that with your chromatic orb and that single ray of your Eldritch Blast, you have now effectively brought this zombie to a bloodied state. Same with green, actually. They're both now looking like they're having a hard time holding it together.
That'll do it for Poignet.
Okay. Mistwin, it is your turn after a couple zombies. Kelby, you're on deck.
just kind of grins as his friends have basically given him a perfect slaughtering grounds all around him. He's going to take his big old hammer and he's going to use the advantage that Kelby gave him on pink.
Ooh, okay.
I think. Yes, on pink. Let's see what happens. Swoop. Is a 19 to hit?
Absolutely.
We're gonna dump a nice divine smite into this as well. Because why not?
Okay.
That plus 8. So 10 bludgeoning damage and 15 radiant damage to pink.
Very good. You swing this maul with such might that you slam down and completely eviscerate this zombie.
Oh, it'd be dead?
Oh, it's super dead. He's gone. Goodbye.
Yeah, that means I get another attack.
Oh, sick.
And I'm gonna go for orange and red with my next 2 attacks.
Orange and red. Okay.
And I'm making these big old hard attacks too. So, and they're frightened, which means I get advantage, correct?
They're not frightened.
Oh, they're not frightened?
They're not frightened
It's
from me,
turned,
no.
it's turned
They're turned
different? Okay.
Yeah.
They're turned.
Turn. That doesn't change anything. I'm still gonna take some big swings. But let's go 1 and 2. A 25 and a 26. Oh god.
They super hit.
So that's gonna be.
Who you targeting first?
So red is going to take 23 bludgeoning damage,
Immediately dead.
and orange also takes 23 bludgeoning damage.
Also immediately dead. You kind of just like spin around in a little circle, and you're like, "Oh, I see your crit spots," and just slap their heads right off their bodies.
Perfect. And I'm just gonna turn to purple and yellow and just kind of like shrug my shoulders. I'm gonna get loose a little bit and nod at them. So, and that's it.
Okay. Let's see here. We're gonna go over to Trolley Gummy Worm 1. Kelby, you're on deck. This guy is gonna do the same ding-dang thing that it has done to you before. It's gonna try and vomit some spores up on you. Can you make a Constitution saving throw? It is poison, so you have advantage.
Who's this against? Me?
You.
Yes.
Ah! For some reason I heard Kelby.
Sorry.
I'm on
You're on
deck.
deck.
18.
Oh, wait,
18. You're okay.
Perfect.
Smells disgusting. This thing is really upset. Kelby, it is now your turn. After several zombies, it will be Turley's turn.
Kelby, who's kind of reeling from the last zombie attack, and like she seems to be kind of looking around her, like she's like listening to something, is gonna start walking towards Ander. As she does, her focus, like she's got her loot in her hands, but her focus is gonna start glowing and kind of like rattling on her chest, and her eyes are gonna like lighting up her face, and she's gonna take another step towards Anders and like reach out a hand. And I am going to be using Tales of Beyond. She reaches up and grabs the focus. I went ahead and already rolled on the table. But when Kelby like looks up, her eyes look like starlight. And she says,
Tale of the beloved friend. He fell in the river, but he would not be drowned, for he was there to save him.
And Kelby is like in that moment, like there's like a pulse of little starlight. And Anders and her both get 9 temporary hit points.
Super
Yeah,
cool.
we're gonna put a pin in that.
And that is Kelby's turn.
I
Fucking
love
Maria
this.
Bamford energy over here.
Oh God! All right. Well, it's Purple's turn. They're gonna move away. Miss, would you like to take an attack of opportunity?
Why, yes, I would.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Let me check something real quick. I don't think I can use Great Weapon Master on this attack. I think it has to be during my turn. So, swoop. 18 to hit.
Absolutely hits. Please roll your damage.
Who is it? Purple?
Purple.
Purple's gonna get a Divine Smite as well.
Nice.
Because screw you, Purple. Boop, boop, boop. So that is... Oh, D&D Beyond. 9 plus... Ooh, 14. So 23.
As it has been with the previous zombies, you smack the absolute shit out of this thing to the point where it is unrecognizable. Fist wind. That's very good. That was its turn, and now it's non-existent. Is now Green's turn, who sees the giant turtle and feels like it has something. It can do a thing. It's gonna like walk up to you and just kind of like slap you in the leg. I don't think it's gonna do anything, but let's see. Does a 18 hit the giant turtle?
It does.
Oh, surprised. Okay. That is 4 bludgeoning damage to you. That's its turn. We're gonna move to Yellow, who was also turned, so it's gonna try and walk away from you, Miss One. I think you already you can you take multiple attacks of opportunity? You can only do one because it's reaction, right? Okay. Let's see. That's as far as it goes. And now we're at Turley. Soon it will be Anders.
Turley looks around at the battlefield, and there only being a couple left. Let's see here. It's 5, 10, 15, 20. That's not going to work. I'm going to go up to Mistwind and say, Kelby, I'm sorry it wasn't you. Will you take this ring? It might not mean much now, but will you take it?
Of course.
So, giant enlarged platinum ring. I hand to Mistwind.
It's like
and
a hula hoop.
No, we talked about this. No. I'm casting Warding Bond on him.
Yes. This is a good one.
So as long as he has that ring on, he has +1 AC and resistance to all damage.
Mm-hmm.
I also take every point of damage he takes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then I will use my spiritual weapon to get a little retribution against Green
Okay.
for an attack.
Roll the
Nope.
hit.
That's straight to fucking jail.
Goodbye, dice. Thanks for your service.
Assuming an 8 doesn't hit.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Green? Hang on.
It's in that one anyway.
It just hits.
It's in that one though.
But you have pluses
It's-
on it.
It's still in that one. That one
Damn.
always misses.
Yeah.
Man, okay. I was going to give it to you.
I know. I appreciate it.
Well, now you know an 8 hits.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Anything else that Mr. Turley would like to do on his turn?
I'll look at Green and say, I dare you to fucking run like your brothers.
It just kind of growls back in your face.
Vampires are cooler. Piece of shit.
Wonderful. It is Blue's turn. Blue is continuing to run away. It is gone. Goodbye. We are now down to Green Orange over here. Who is just absolutely determined to continue to poison the absolute shit out of you. It's gonna do its cloud of spores thing, but now, hey, look at that. Kelby's right behind you. So both of you, both Anders and Kelby, please make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, 21.
Nice.
Ooh, an 18.
You are both okay. It smells horrendous, but other than that, you're okay. Let's see here. Anders, is your turn. Ponye, you're on deck.
Okay.
All right, I'll take 2 swings at green orange. 21 and a 16.
They both hit.
All right. 7 and 11 is 18 points of psychic damage.
Yikes, this thing is barely hanging on.
Well, in that case, I'll spend another key point and hit him again.
Okay.
That was an 18.
Yes.
And then 10 points. Is it dead?
Yeah, it kind of erupts into a cloud of nasty, vile spores. But it just kind of like sinks into the ground. It's gross. And gone. Goodbye.
All right. Well, I got one more attack on that flurry of blows, so I'm going to move over here to red-blue.
Sick.
And does a 16 hit
It absolutely does, yes.
And I will use the sneak attack on this guy.
Ooh.
That's 6 plus 11 is 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus, yeah. You do a fair amount of damage to this thing. You are very confident that you have dumped a lot of hurt onto this thing. It's still hanging in there. It's fine.
All right. That's my turn.
Okie dokie. Poignet, it is your turn. Mistwind, you are on deck.
Without breaking eye contact with his next target, the red-blue, he's going to snatch the next card out from his right and flip forward the High Sage.
Ooh.
And he's going to call out, "Fall!" And he wants him to make a dive onto the ground and fall prone. Right. Oh, can I click it? Can I do the thing? I want him to fall right there. Just to dive on a belly flop.
This guy, the red-blue one?
Yeah.
Okay. What exact spell
gotta
kind of
make-
thing is this? What is this? It's cool.
As command, he's got to make a wisdom save. I think. Wait, wisdom?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Wisdom save.
Okay.
The DC is 16.
Well, it's a good thing that these guys are fucking stupid. Super fails. Dude is now prone. Dizzle, where? Prone? He's having a hard time.
Belly flop.
Belly flop. I believe, as you have said, that this is a surge for your cool
Well, we got to
things.
see if I surge twice then, because if you're going to make me do it for free. Oof, that was close. So yeah, are you doing the thing now then?
I mean, I can, if I
Would you
understand
like
what
to?
I'm doing. Yeah, because it's fun.
Okay. Then let's see. Where's that wild surge table?
Hell yeah, bud.
I'm just going to roll D100.
I have one here if you would like to just roll a D100.
Whatever a 35 on your table is, then.
That's... roll a D10 for me.
Shit, that's never good. 4.
Let's see. You are now older by 4 years.
Shit.
Oh my god.
3 hairs at the corners of his temples gray. And he has a little toe of a crow's foot forming.
Just a smidge.
Just a little talon right there.
Okay. That was amazing. That's gonna be fun. Okay.
So just for clarity, he says, "Fall." Oh, my back.
This is very good. Oh God! Is there anything else that Elder Poignet would like to do?
I don't think I can risk it at this point. I need to go make sure my insurance is in order.
Yeah, I was gonna say you want to check your 401k button, make sure it's on
I
track.
have a plan. Like, I didn't anticipate having to plan this early, but I guess it's happening. Oh, and who's gonna look after Dwa? I got so many things to do. That's the end of my turn.
Saint, you missed our dear Poignet rolling on a magic surge table, and he is now aged by 4 years.
Jesus.
So good.
It's very good. Hey, Mistwin, it's your turn, and then soon after is Kelby.
I feel like I must do my civic duty. If there are any elderly people watching, please, there are elder law specialists in the field.
Oh my gosh.
Please go get your will done because you don't want to pass without having a will. So,
God damn it, Ty.
Thank you, Ty. Thank you for that.
yes. Now I'm gonna smash some
more
bucket
you
heads.
Or you know.
Yes, thank you for being my friend.
One brain cell. One brain cell.
I'm gonna smack this guy. Red, blue. He's prone, yes?
Yeah, he's super prone.
Get that advantage.
I'm gonna smack him.
Smack that gummy worm, dude.
That's a 27. 27.
Oh, what do you know? 27 hits. Please feel free to roll your damage.
And I like it when things go sparkle, so I'm gonna do a divine smite too.
Ooh, fun. Add some pizzazz.
Listen, I don't get the chance to use things against undead very often, so gotta get that extra damage in. That will be
Well,
16.
don't you know?
Oh my god, 33 points of damage.
Christ. Okay.
He's no longer turned. Just wanted you to know that.
Okay.
Is he alive?
God damn
He
it.
is still alive.
Oh, wow.
He's still alive.
Yeah, looking bloodied at this point, but
Again, but this time I'm gonna do a
With
big boy
feeling.
attack. So it's let me roll. Yeah, that's a 15, I think.
Yep.
15. Good God! You know what? I'm gonna use all these dice. Oh, that's not great. 4 plus.
you never know. Could be good.
9, 19, and then we're gonna do a divine smite as well.
Okay.
25, 33, and
So many
38 points of damage, please.
I mean, there's still a couple other zombies here on the map, but would you like to describe how you just decimate the shit out of this thing?
I don't know if you guys have played Elden Ring yet, and have gotten to like the final boss, but there's a move where he does, where he like takes his hammer and he just goes, BAM! And he just erupts in a golden light and showering viscera and gore. So I imagine he just
warning.
explodes. Spoiler warning, thank you.
Hey, Mistwin, that's a nice golden shower you made there.
Yes, thank you.
Shit.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, everybody. Thanks so much for coming out. This has been cool.
But hey,
Sorry.
No,
I
it's
killed
great.
I killed a guy, so I'm just gonna hobble on over here and take another attack at this running one. Because Great Weapon Master is ruthless, y'all. We're not gonna go too hard on this. 17 to hit.
That hits.
Swoop. 11 bludgeoning damage.
It is sufficiently bloodied at this point.
Good. As it
No
is.
longer turned.
Fantastic. I will remove the silly little skull icon so I don't forget. Alright. Cool. Miss, when you got any other ridiculous attacks that you want to throw on these zombies, or are you good?
No, that was it. That was
Okay.
all good.
Hey, Kelby, it's your turn.
Kelby's going to kind of like come to her senses a little bit and look around and see like the battlefield's changed from the last time she recognized it. And she's going to take her hand and flick it up at green. And as she does, it looks like a constellation of like of stars is gonna like rip up from her hand. It's just Thorn Whip though.
Nice.
I'm gonna do that now
Okay.
at that thing.
Okay.
Come on, baby. A 13 to hit.
It just hits. Woohoo!
Sick. 6 piercing damage.
All right. This thing is now looking rough. Are you pulling it towards you at all? You doing that cool?
Oh yeah,
Stealth
I
playing
can
card
do
thing?
cool stuff with this that I had forgotten. Yes. I would like to pull it directly next to me.
Okay.
Hopefully, proccing opportunity attacks.
Yeah, hey Turley. Both you and your spiritual weapon are allowed opportunity attacks on this zombie. Would you like to take them? Yes or no? Please.
I would like
circle
that to
return me, please.
To be clear, what this looks like is 3-foot Kelby grabbing this whip and turning and just like shouldering as hard as she can.
That's so cute.
I love it when they run. And I would like to use my Warcaster feat to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
That's a dirty 20
That super hits.
for 16 points of radiant damage.
How does this zombie perish? Please describe.
So it begins to run away, and Turley gets a little grin on his face and says, I love it when they run, and then just reaches his hand out to cast Guiding Bolt. And as he does, the top half of the zombie just gets melted by this radiant energy, while the bottom half keeps running for a good 10-15 more feet
Gross.
and then falls.
Nasty. I love it. Okay, very good. That zombie is no more. It is Yellow's turn. This is the only remaining zombie at this point. Is going to just try and do a little slam on you there, Miss One. And it's also got
It's still
Bane
banded.
still. Yeah, so does a 9 hit?
No.
Sick. That's its turn. Hey, Turley. It's your
I
actual
felt a
turn
li-
now.
I felt a little tickle, Miss Wynn. You okay?
Well, it's all good. Don't worry, I'm
Alright.
cleaning up.
All right. You want any help?
No, go ahead and see what was making all the noise that called us over.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolts at the one.
Whoa, the life cleric who rarely even prepares actual offensive spells is like, nah, I'm gonna kill this zombie.
It's the only one, and I missed. So I think I did 11.
With these guys? No, that hits.
Oh, well, shit.
Hell yeah, bud.
Then that's a total of 12, 13, 17 points of radiant damage.
Oh, would you like to describe how this zombie perishes once more?
Yeah. I look at him for like a couple seconds and blink. Yeah, I'm right on top of that. And then just without looking, just cast it close enough to singe like the outer hairs that you haven't trimmed yet of your beard right next to you. And then just melt the whole thing. And then go over to the thing and say, hey, can you lift this and take care of it for me?
Yeah. I'll go over and help.
Okay,
Lift up the cart or whatever obstruction there is.
very good. Let's see here. So, with the battlefield cleared and now just strewn about with viscera and the remains of zombies, they now all very quickly dissolve back into these small pyreflies of these lost souls. Though they're now much smaller and kind of in clusters, they recognize you all and kind of flitter off into the distance. So Turley and Mistwin are picking up the overturned cart over here. Hey, Misty.
Yes.
Yeah, you doing that? Okay, cool. Easy enough to do with enlarged Turley as he is. He's a big old turtle now. So this is very good. But yeah, you guys overturn the cart, which you would notice as you get closer to it. It had been overturned at one point. Like you could even see like skid marks in the mud where this thing like fell off course and fell over. But then you also see parts of the cart kind of used as barricade material around it. And as you lift up the cart, you see an old female furbolg huddling underneath the cart. Hello?
Hello there. Are you alright?
Yes. Now, fine.
Or do you need any help? What's your name?
A teal.
Teal.
Can I get a spelling on that, GM?
Yeah, it's Ateel. You see her, like, kind of slapping her chest with her hand, but you notice there's no hand there. It's just kind of a stump of an arm. Like an old wound, so it's not like anything that needs immediate attention or anything. But she seems in shock.
What happened here, Atil?
Light. Crash? All gone. And alone.
Were you traveling alone, or?
No. She kind of points around. There's really nothing there anymore, just like kind of burned areas where you can see the faint outline of where someone may have fallen. Gone.
I'm sorry to hear that. Do you need any help? Are you hurt? Do you need any help?
Hungry. Need to move. Need to move.
Right. Just kind of looking back towards the group. Do we have any food?
Of course. Pull some rations out of the bag and bring them over. Where were you headed?
Twin Hills.
Twin Hills.
First, then Pride's Call. She like stands up, and as she does, she's nearly mirroring the same height as Turley at this point. She's like 7.5 feet tall, but kind of hunched over at this point. You can tell that she's been here for a while, malnourished and tired and a bit weak. Go now. And she like kind of starts limping away, but like down the road.
Well, we're not gonna let her go by herself. Wait, you can ride with us. We have a cart.
Cart. Yes. Cart. Okay. Cart. And she will wait with you all as Illyri eventually comes back around. It's only been about, like a minute or so since the horses took off, but he's able to take care of the reins eventually and come back onto the road, pick you all up, and very swiftly take you out of here. He's at a kind of a jaunty gallop at this point, just trying to get the hell out of this area.
I would cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level if it seemed appropriate.
Okay. You don't even need to roll for the amount of healing that you do. It works efficiently, and she seems very grateful for the help. She even sits up a little bit more now that there's a bit of rejuvenated life in her. Illyri just like doesn't even pay attention to the fact that you guys just picked up someone off of the road, and just continues to like slap the reins on the hinds of the horses and continue barreling down the road. It's not much further down the road, maybe at this point maybe an hour before you guys arrive just on the outskirts of two twin hills, very easy to see off in the distance. Kind of hard to see because of the snow, but easy enough to see since it's mostly flat land and trees here.
Hey, Ilri.
Yeah, what do you need?
Is this where we're going? I see two hills that look the same.
Yep, that's it. Yep. Questions later. We gotta get out of here.
All right. Damn. Fine. We'll go.
Going. You can tell he's not wasting any time now that you guys have had this this brief encounter here. I think even in the heat of this moment right here, if you guys don't have anything else that you would like to mention with what you're doing with this new addition, you guys are just on the outskirts of the Twin Hills Fort outpost. I think this is probably an okay time to end the session here since we are running a bit late. We will pick back up in 2 weeks with everyone, chatting with your new friend here, trying to figure out what the fuck just happened, and coming up on your first little pit stop on this journey here.
Ooh.